Presented by Herbalife. Nutrition for a better life. SNHU. See yourself succeed at snhu.edu. StubHub. Hey, Galaxy fans. StubHub is your ticket out. StubHub is the official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of the LA Galaxy. And Toyota. Let's go places.
The busy summer of soccer continues live from Carson, California, here at the StubHub Center. It's back to Major League Soccer business as your LA Galaxy gets set to lock horns with the Whitecaps of Vancouver and an all-Western Conference tilt. Happy to have you along here on LAGalaxy.com. Filling in for Joe Totino, I'm Christian Miles. Pleased to be joined by Troy Barty. And boy, Troy, we look at this here for LA. It hasn't made for pleasant reading, but you've got a friendly under your belt. U.S. Open Cup is out the window, and a real important match tonight for the Galaxy.
It's very important. Galaxy fans here at the StubHub Center have been, unfortunately they haven't seen a lot of good results here at the StubHub Center. Out of 9 games, they are 1-5-3, 6 points out of 27 possible. The Galaxy, again, have only won 1 out of 9 games at home. Thankfully for them, they have the best road record in the league at 5-3-1. So, like a lot of Galaxy fans here in attendance, they're hoping that Galaxy can get back to winning ways here at home.
Yes, indeed. Something they haven't done, going all the way back to that victory against the Montreal Impact back on April 7th. It's been a long time coming. All in all, it's been 6 games without a victory, and it really has a lot of people scratching their heads. How can the LA Galaxy replicate the performances on the road here at home? That remains to be seen. Fortunately, they're taking on a Vancouver team that they've only lost once to here in Carson in the span of 9 opportunities, so that does bode well. And another thing that bodes well, they're getting back to full fitness and getting a lot of players back.
They are. The depth you see tonight, they have, Jermaine Jones available on the bench. You're gonna see him at some point, I would imagine. That's got to be a good shot in the arm for the Galaxy team.
Well, we'll see what happens here, and a lot of players coming back to full fitness. Still without the likes of Giassi Zardes away with the U.S. men's national team. However, a chance for some of the other players to make a name for themselves. The LA Galaxy trying to wipe aside a poor run of form that has seen them lose 3 consecutive games, both in MLS as well as U.S. Open Cup. And now they look to climb up the Western Conference standings. All right, it's time for our first break here on LAGalaxy.com. But keep it right here. The pregame show rolls on from Carson right after this.
Over the course of a single game, LA Galaxy players will spend 90 minutes fighting for the ball, going on goal, sprinting, sliding, jogging backwards, running almost 7 miles, while maintaining an average heart rate of 160 beats per minute. And they'll perform at this world-class level 31 times a year, powered by Herbalife Nutrition, the official nutrition company of the LA Galaxy. To power up like a pro, contact your Herbalife independent distributor or visit Herbalife.com today.
Tonight, some of the greatest artists, performers, and athletes in the world will be pouring their souls out at stadiums and theaters across this city. Tonight, thousands of fans will lose themselves in a sea of like-minded strangers. We still have a few tickets if you'd like to join. We know this may not be a convenient time for you. We know it's not easy to get out. But something amazing is going to happen tonight. And we think you should be there. StubHub, your ticket out.
Scarves up, wheels up. Buckle up, LA, for nonstop flights to more than 38 cities nationwide with Alaska Airlines. As fans of one of the most decorated clubs in league history, it's only right that you get tons of nonstop access to your favorite destinations, including many road games from one of the finest airlines in the land. Pack your bags, pack your jersey, and pack your full 90 for nonstop flights to cheer on the Galaxy when they go on the road. Scarves up, wheels up. Buckle up for nonstop flights on Alaska Airlines.
It's a new era for the LA Galaxy, with new players and familiar faces. For the past 22 years, our goal has remained the same: to be the last team standing. This is LA. On Saturday, July 29th at StubHub Center, 5-time MLS Cup champion LA Galaxy take on the Seattle Sounders. Purchase your tickets today at LAGalaxy.com/tickets.
At Southern New Hampshire University, we have just one goal: your success. As the official education partner of the LA Galaxy, we're dedicated to helping the entire LA Galaxy family succeed, and that includes their fierce, die-hard fans. Choose from over 200 online degree programs and gain the skills and expertise you need to succeed in your field. Visit snhu.edu/LA Galaxy.
76 introduces the long cut, spending a little extra time exploring the open road. We even made a fancy new TV commercial, and we're going to have our director describe it.
So like we see these guys, and they're like, what's a long cut? Boom, they're all like, whoa, this is awesome. And then they're at a 76 station, and they're like, time for gas. And then it's like, and that is pretty much what the commercial is.
Anyway, we want to hear all about your long cuts, too. Share yours today using the hashtag 76longcut. 76. We're on the driver's side.
And we welcome you back to Carson here at LAGalaxy.com as the LA Galaxy looking for their second home victory of the season and their first in over 3 months of play. Happy to have you along, Christian Miles, alongside Troy Barty, who's flying co-pilot tonight. The weather today in Los Angeles, a balmy 72 degrees with 78% humidity. You want to talk about sticky. Your weather report, of course, is brought to you by Alaska Airlines. It's not all doom and gloom right now here at Troy Barty. Saturday night, a team was in town a few people know about, Manchester United. Sure, the score was 5-2. The big names are on the pitch, Romelu Lukaku, Paul Pogba. But there's some positives for LA to take out of that match and looking to apply that to their MLS campaign tonight.
Yeah, clearly that second half, you know, they played Manchester United to a 2-2 draw. They rolled out their starters in the second half, and I think who made the biggest had the best game for himself was Brian Rowe. He came up with some huge saves that gave him a lot of confidence going into this MLS start. Jermaine Jones was able to get some minutes on those legs, and I'm sure we hope to see him at some point tonight.
Yeah, that's a continuing theme here as LA gets back to full fitness. Jermaine Jones getting 30 minutes off the bench. They welcome back Daniel Steres from a hamstring problem. Bradley Diallo has been back for the last 2 games or so. So slowly but surely those defensive ranks are really getting bolstered up here. And you look at a team that has had their problems conceding goals. In the Western Conference, the LA Galaxy have managed to allow 32 goals. Only Real Salt Lake and Minnesota United have conceded more, and you think, along with 3 points here, Troy, a clean sheet is the order of the day. But hey, that's a lot easier said than done.
Well, in 9 games played at home, they've given up 18 and only scored 10. That's obviously not a recipe for success. They need to tidy up the back line, and of course, a clean sheet is what every defense strives to do every game.
One guy that's come back into the mix as well, Gio Dos Santos, away with Mexico on Confederations Cup duty, came back into the fray in the second half on Saturday night against United, and now looks as though he hasn't even missed a beat, getting 2 goals against the English Giants.
And that's got to feel good for his confidence coming into this game. I mean, they played the world superstars of Manchester United, and not to take anything away from the Vancouver Whitecaps lineup tonight, but needless to say, nothing quite like they saw on Saturday night.
We'll talk about the starting lineups here in the first 11s for both of these 2 teams. A lot of absences as well for Vancouver. We'll focus on that. You're listening to the LA Galaxy pregame show, and it's only on LAGalaxy.com.
It's a new era for the LA Galaxy, with new players and familiar faces. For the past 22 years, our goal has remained the same: to be the last team standing. This is LA. On Saturday, July 29th at StubHub Center, 5-time MLS Cup champion LA Galaxy take on the Seattle Sounders. Purchase your tickets today at LAGalaxy.com/tickets.
Have you considered a long cut, Gary?
What's a long cut? Radio guy?
That's not my name, Gary. Don't be rude. A long cut can be anything. First, you go to a 76 station for gas, then you go anywhere else. Like that paintball place.
Don't those things hurt?
Come on, Gary. A long cut can also be a stop at that barbecue shack.
It's like 8:15 in the morning.
A long cut is taking some time to explore anything the road has to offer. Fuel your long cut with top-tier gas from 76. 76, we're on the driver's side.
If you've ever had a full count with bases loaded in the bottom of the ninth, or if you've ever zoned in on the top corner of the net, then you might know the thrill of playing at San Manuel Indian Bingo and Casino. Because only one casino is all about the thrill. San Manuel Indian Bingo and Casino. All thrill. Please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Galaxy fans, Papa John's has a new offer for you this season. Every Galaxy game day, get 50% off your online order of regular menu price items using promo code GALAXY at papajohns.com. That's right. Cheer on the Galaxy every game day with 50% off your entire online order at Papa John's. Enter promo code GALAXY online at papajohns.com to redeem better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's, official partner of the LA Galaxy.
Over the course of a single game, LA Galaxy players will spend 90 minutes fighting for the ball, going on goal, sprinting, sliding, jogging backwards, running almost 7 miles, while maintaining an average heart rate of 160 beats per minute. And they'll perform at this world-class level 31 times a year, powered by Herbalife Nutrition, the official nutrition company of the LA Galaxy. To power up like a pro, contact your Herbalife independent distributor or visit Herbalife.com today.
StubHub Center, can you read me?
Copy that.
We've identified an extraterrestrial aboard the spaceship. He's been secured and is open to questioning. Cosmic being, what do you want?
I'm here to gain intelligence from Earthland. You are in possession of the colorful and fizzy liquid I seek.
You mean Shasta?
Yes, I consumed Shasta and had the ultimate reaction. Equal parts fizz, fruit, and fun. I wish to experience all the Shasta. These flavors are out of this galaxy.
Oh, we've got the perfect place for you. At the StubHub Center.
Bring them home, guys.
It just has to be Shasta, the official soft drink of the LA Galaxy.
It's a special midweek edition of Major League Soccer live from the StubHub Center at Carson, California, as the LA Galaxy get set to lock horns with the Vancouver Whitecaps. Time now to take a look at the starting lineups brought to you by City National Bank, the official bank of the LA Galaxy. We begin with Carl Robinson and the Vancouver Whitecaps coming off a 3-2 victory against NYFC back on the 4th of July. It's David Usted, the Big Dane, in goal at right back. Jake Nerwinski, Jordan Harvey in the center of defense, which has raised a few eyebrows. Tim Parker will partner him with Matias Laba, the Argentinian left back. 2 midfielders in those holding roles with Shani and Jacobson drafted in. Wide on the left will be Nicolas Mesquita. Christian Bolaños in the hole with Christian Teixeira, the talented Uruguayan, out wide. And of course, the familiar face up in the Pacific Northwest, Freddie Montero, an attacking lineup, Troy Barty.
Yes, something to be wary of here, the Galaxy defense. There's some speed out there, a lot of creativity, and then, of course, Montero, the money man, he can strike at any moment.
All right, let's take a look at the LA Galaxy. Brian Rowe in goal. Bradley Diallo at right back with Steris and Van Dam in the middle. Belgium will wear the captain's armband with Romney at left back, and this is where it gets interesting. Ashley Cole in that holding role alongside João Pedro. Gio in his usual spot at the number 10 with Alessandrini and Boateng out wide, and of course Jack McBean taking his spot in attack. What do you make of the first 11 real quick here, Troy?
Good looking 11. I think Ashley Cole playing in the midfield is going to be, it's going to be a big test for him tonight, but a key matchup as he tries to lock down Vancouver's midfield.
Yeah, it will be very interesting. We saw Ashley play that role in the U.S. Open Cup in the second half against San Jose. He'll look to do it for the first time in MLS. We're going to step aside, but keep it right here on LAGalaxy.com. When we return, it's the first half kickoff. LA and Vancouver next.
LA Galaxy is presented by Herbalife. Nutrition for a better life. SNHU. See yourself succeed at snhu.edu. StubHub. Hey, Galaxy fans, StubHub is your ticket out. StubHub is the official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of the LA Galaxy. And Toyota. Let's go places. It's a new era for the LA Galaxy, with new players and familiar faces. For the past 22 years, our goal has remained the same, to be the last team standing. This is LA. On Saturday, July 29th at StubHub Center, 5-time MLS Cup champion LA Galaxy take on the Seattle Sounders. Purchase your tickets today at LAGalaxy.com/tickets.
You know what, son? Shasta Red Pop always brings me back to fireworks at the lake on the 4th of July. I can still hear those fireworks popping.
You know, I've always been a tiki punch kind of guy. Sounds like a ukulele at a luau.
Oh, California Dreamin' always brings me back to the surf and the sun of the California coast.
Remember all the Fiesta punch we drank at that backyard fiesta? If it sounds like flavor, it just has to be Shasta.
Scarves up, wheels up. Buckle up, LA, for nonstop flights to more than 38 cities nationwide with Alaska Airlines. As fans of one of the most decorated clubs in league history, it's only right that you get tons of nonstop access to your favorite destinations, including many road games from one of the finest airlines in the land. Pack your bags, pack your jersey, and pack your full 90 for nonstop flights to cheer on the Galaxy when they go on the road. Scarves up, wheels up. Buckle up for nonstop flights on Alaska Airlines.
If you've ever had a full count with bases loaded in the bottom of the ninth, or if you've ever zoned in on the top corner of the net, then you might know the thrill of playing at San Manuel Indian Bingo and Casino. Because only one casino is all about the thrill. San Manuel Indian Bingo and Casino. All thrill. Please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Come in now and get the 2016 you've been waiting for at Toyota's annual clearance event. Save big with an incredible $2,500 factory cash back on a new 2016 Camry, $2,000 back on a new Sienna or the redesigned Prius. Get $1,500 cash back on a new Corolla or $1,000 back on a new Tundra. It all ends September 6th, so hurry in before they're gone. Must take delivery from 2016 new car dealer stock by midnight September 6th. Offers may vary by region.
When you buy or lease any new Toyota, you get Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan. Toyota Care covers normal factory scheduled service for 2 years or 25,000 miles, whichever comes first. There's even lockout protection and 24-hour roadside assistance. See your Toyota dealer for details and exclusions. Valid only in the continental U.S. and Alaska. Toyota, let's go places.
LA Galaxy is presented by Toyota. Let's go places.
And we welcome you back live here to the StubHub Center at Garcia, California. LA getting set to go against the Whitecaps of Vancouver in the second meeting of the season. Christian Miles in the hot seat tonight for Joe Tatino, and flying co-pilot alongside me is Troy Barty. Troy, the last time these two met was back on April 1st, a bit of an April Fool's Day surprise at BC Place. 4-2 was the final score, but a match that had a lot of tumult and a lot of twists and turns.
Yeah, Galaxy went down in that game and then went ahead 2-1 at halftime, and then Vancouver stormed back with 2 goals from Mateus Laba and 1 goal from Montero, and just like that, Galaxy left Canada down 4-2, got the loss.
Yes, and no points for them. That really one of the rare blemishes on their away record, which has been absolutely fantastic. As you mentioned at the top of the show here, LA with the best away record in the entire Major League Soccer right now, having lost just 3 times and taking 5 wins in their 9 games on their travels. However, it's not good reading here at home. 6 games without a defeat, 1 win, 5 defeats, and 3 draws, and a league-low 10 goals scored. You want to talk about margin for improvement? There is a lot of it. A lot of it needs to begin right here and right now.
Yeah, this is a huge game, and this is a huge first 15 minutes. Galaxy need to establish control of this game and really take it to Vancouver from the first minute on.
Well, we shall see. Referee tonight is Ricardo Salazar, who will be overseeing things in his 18th season. Would you believe it? Going all the way back to the year 2000, when I believe you were still in diapers, my friend. Indeed, good to have an experienced head in control tonight. The smoke is cleared. Will the smoke clear on the Galaxy season? Coming off 3 consecutive defeats. Of course, you throw in the loss to Manchester United, that makes it 4, but a loss here the last time they were at StubHub, 6-2 against Real Salt Lake. Just the second time in history they've conceded 6 goals in Carson. So, indeed, the modus operandi is to lock things down in the back.
And that was difficult. Fans come to the StubHub Center every July 4th, obviously, to watch the fireworks. And normally there's fireworks on the field, and they're brought to you by the Galaxy. It was a complete shocker to see an RSL team struggling put 6 here at the StubHub Center.
We'll see what happens this time around. As I mentioned, LA looking for their first home win, going all the way back to April 7th, and they took care of the Montreal Impact, and now it's up to Giovanni Dos Santos, who got 2 here on Saturday night against Manchester United, and he will be a key cog as Giassi Zardes is still with Bruce Arena and the U.S. men's national team, and we are underway. LA, of course, will attack the north end goal in the white. And it'll be Vancouver wearing the blue strip here on the road for the first time. This, of course, the second of 2 meetings. And LA have had the better of it in the 17 clashes between these two. They've walked away with 9 wins, 4 losses, and 4 draws. 7 wins in their 9 occasions here in Carson. So they're very comfortable. And looking comfortable early on here is Ashley Cole playing in an adapted central midfield role. Very interesting decision as Kurtanofo continues to tweak and chop his lineup.
And I think you'll see whoever's having the better game of the two, Pedro and Cole, you're going to see Jermaine Jones probably slide in for one of them eventually.
And we see Bradley Diallo, the Frenchman, at right back, and his former Marseille teammate Romain Alessandrini taking up his spot on the right-hand side. It goes out of play at midfield and a throw-in here for LA. Everything trying to go up before that 6-2 thumping back on the 4th of July. It was a 2-1 loss away to San Jose, and actually lost on the 10th in the U.S. Open Cup quarterfinals against San Jose up in the Bay Area. And of course, a 2-1 defeat back on the 24th of June by Sporting Kansas City. So free kick here from about 40 yards away. Jordan Harvey playing wide on the left as they continue to tweak the lineup, and Romain Alessandrini on the free kick at lethal French left foot, a force to be reckoned with. And this could be Yellow Van Damme and LA's bread and butter as the heavy artillery is up. Van Damme flicks right into the heart of that defense, and the big Belgian gets it back. It's tracked down by Alessandrini just outside the penalty area and well defended by Vancouver, who've got a chance to break now. And it's a 3-on-3 as Van Damme backtracks. Ashley Cole, superb reading to cut it out and intercept inside his own half.
And the AR has to do a better job staying with the last defender there. Kurtanofo thought he was offsides.
Meanwhile, an unorthodox decision by David Osted. He came all the way to his penalty area, trying to clear it away from the pressure applied by Jack McBean, the only LA striker with goals this season. We'll see if they can really rectify, and that's been one of the big problems this year. LA have been able to open up opposing defenses, but they just haven't been able to find the finishing touch. Here's Ashley Cole with his midfield partner, João Pedro, silky smooth. The Portuguese, he lays it off for Daniel Steris. Wide on the right at midfield is Bradley Diallo. And LA, Troy, really looking to boss this game and set the tone early on.
It's very important, obviously. Whoever scores the first goal has a huge advantage in every game.
Great ball in, and a header was set up for McBean. It was early play from Diallo, who found the head of the Newport Beach striker. However, his header just high. What a great opportunity for LA, and right on cue, when we said they could open them up, they do just that.
They do just that, and like you just mentioned, you know, that quality in front of goal. That is a free header 7 yards out that has to at least be on frame.
And unfortunately for McBean, he got in goal side in front of his marker. It's a wonderful delivery from Diallo, and I think he hit the nail on the head, my friend. At least forced the keeper into a save, and the woes in front of goal continue for the center forwards for LA. But positive signs as they are starting to ask the questions of this Canadian defense. Here's Emma Boateng with his first touch, and Gio Dos Santos dropping just inside the center circle in the attacking half. He likes to pull the strings, finds his way to McBean, tries to slalom through it, falls to Alessandrini, who finds his way to Jack McBean. It's a little haphazard, as they say, but Christian Bolaños trying to come away with it here for Vancouver, and it will be an LA throw on the far side. Good start here for the Galaxy. Pedro tracks it down. He's bursted into the area just on the edge of the box, cuts one back, and just a little bit too far behind Gio Dos Santos and Jack McBean. Positive signs early on.
And without their captain and center back, Kendall Waston, playing for Costa Rica in the Gold Cup, that is a huge absence for this Vancouver defense.
Yeah, we were talking about the depleted side LA has been all year, and even more so for Vancouver at this point. Meanwhile, here's a nice little foray forward on the right-hand side. Good cross in. Bolaños just on the edge of the 6. What a tackle from Steris. And Vancouver get it back. Bolaños twisting and turning on that Costa Rican flair. And he's done just enough to earn a corner kick on that far side. So what an open start. Just when LA took a bite out of that Vancouver defense, the Canadians return the favor.
Bradley Diallo's caught sleeping a little bit. You can't let your man be sitting back post all by himself. Like you said, a great goal-saving tackle there by Steris.
So Bolaños will stand over the first corner of the evening here for visiting Vancouver. 2 wins in their 9 games on their travels. Bolaños hits it, good-looking delivery. Ashley Cole bravely in front of Tony Chani to steer it clear out of harm's way.
And not only is Vancouver missing Waston on the defensive end, but on the offensive end, he's a danger man when it comes to set pieces. So again, Vancouver without one of their leaders. And
yes,
that'll play a part tonight.
Yeah, big missing part of that central defense. Waston, who's away with Costa Rica on Gold Cup duty, along with Russell Tybert. Alfonso Davies, real interesting character. This 16-year-old who's captured the headlines in the Gold Cup, the top goal scorer in the Gold Cup with 3. And of course, Marcel de Jong continues to nurse his injuries. David Edgert has been lost throughout the entire season in central defense, and Brett Levis unable to go as well.
5 omissions for Vancouver because of the Gold Cup, and to field the lineup that they put out tonight and the available pieces they have on the bench just shows you the depth of this Whitecaps roster.
There's indeed some big names like Mauro Rosales and Breck Shea amongst the substitutes tonight for Carl Robinson, the Welshman in charge. A tackle from behind, meanwhile, LA inside their own half, and it's Pedro bringing down Bolaños, and this one from about 35 yards away will present itself.
Pedro has to be careful tonight. One more yellow, we'll see him sit out the next game due to yellow card accumulation. Jelle Van Dam also on watch.
Not what you want to do with a big game against New England coming up on Saturday night. So Bolaños standing over it, and Ricardo Salazar marks his line. It's a 2-man wall. Alessandrini and Dos Santos is Bolaños. It looks as though it's going to sit up for the Costa Ricans' right foot, and it does. He puts it right into the mixer. Great delivery. Parker was in the mix along with Freddie Montero, all 5'9" of him. That one just goes wide of Brian Rowe's goal. But I tell you what, hearts aflutter right back there for LA.
Tim Parker with 1 goal on this season on a set piece. Another dangerous guy when it comes to man marking in the box. Big and strong.
So the goal kick here for Brian Rowe. I know you were talking about it. Positive performance from him. We also saw a positive performance on Saturday night from the backup John Kempen as well against Manchester United. That goalkeeping position has basically almost been a 3-headed monster this year, with Rowe along with Clement Diop and John Kempen making appearances in MLS.
And to some degree, that could be one of the problems for the back line, is the inconsistency of the netminder.
Teixeira plays it forward offside against Freddie Montero. Free kick just on the edge of the penalty area for LA. So Vancouver, they took a couple of slugs, but they've come right back swinging against LA here as we head into the 9th minute. Quick free kick taken wide on the near left-hand side for the captain tonight, Jelle Van Dam. Big Belgian, one of the more colorful characters in Major League Soccer. Here's the Englishman, Ashley Cole, who played under a chorus of boos on his home ground Saturday night. Not too often do you see that, but it was a Manchester United sea of red over the weekend, that's for sure. Free kick for Jack McBean as they make a foray into the Vancouver half. No love in the crowd for Ashley Cole. Of course, that goes way back to his Chelsea and even his Arsenal days.
But he wore the England shirt well.
Yes, he did. And he's worn the Galaxy strip well. Done very nicely after a forgettable campaign at AS Roma 3 years ago. Play to the back. Cole in that holding midfield role. Back to Jelle Van Dam. It's 3 at the back. We're pushing Dave Romney wide at left back with Diallo at the right. Nice touch from Alessandrini, who locates Jack McBean, who had to drop deep to show. Tackled by Laba, and Vancouver wins it back just on the edge of the box. It finds its way to the Uruguayan Teixeira. First touch peels out wide to the right, trying to corkscrew. Romney plays it forward, straight to the feet of Steris, and Van Dam able to clean it up.
Teixeira, really big talent in such a small package. Him and João Plata are the shortest 2 in the league at 5'2". but having an incredible year thus far is Teixeira.
And involved in 9 goals this season, 5 and 4 for him. Big setup man, trying to play it wide for Nicolas Mesquita, but easy enough. Is Brian Rowe able to track it down? No harm done. Steris back there. And it's a real interesting tweak here. Change of tactics from Curtinalfo. So used to seeing Ashley Cole making those barnstorming runs down the left-hand side. Chance to play more of a distributor role as he tries to hit Jack McBean on the direct approach. It's going to come out for a Vancouver throw.
And with Romney there on the left, that also gives Curtinalfo the option of maybe sliding Ashley Cole back there and then sliding Jermaine Jones. So he's going to have some options when it comes substitution time.
And tell you what, Curtinalfo is going to earn his money this season because he's going to have a surplus of defenders. An interesting decision is you have Romney making the runs on the left-hand side with Cole inside, but I think you're right. We can see that morph a little bit as the game rolls on. Meanwhile, bounces off the head of McBean. Tim Parker in that heart of the Vancouver defense, able to put out the fire for the time being. Just past the center circle as Bradley Diallo heads it back to Vancouver's Jordan Harvey wide on that far left-hand side. Here's Chani, the Cameroonian, who plays that destroyer role very well. Midfield 2 as well here for Vancouver. Van Dam steps forward. Touch back to that far side. Here's Roman Alessandrini. Been left out of a few starting lineups as of late. Came on at halftime on Saturday. Did not figure in the U.S. Open Cup clash against San Jose. Well, single game tickets to each of the LA Galaxy's home matches at StubHub Center during the 2017 season are on sale now, and a shot in for LA, and Usted makes it save. Best look of the night so far for the Galaxy.
Nice run there by Boateng, just didn't get his full foot through it, but a nice run in the box.
Single game tickets start as low as $25 to purchase today. Call 1-877-3-GALAXY. Or head to the website, lagalaxy.com. Here's Bolaños dropping very deep. Likes to cover that ground. Here's Nerwinski making a run from right back on the near side, puts in that early ball. He's got a target. It's Montero. Couldn't bring it down. Teixeira picks it up, fires it right back in, and really caught in a moment of indecision there, Troy.
Yeah, I think Rowe wasn't quite sure where he was at and just played it safe and out for a corner.
And Teixeira with an ample look at it, and one would think that he just might pull the trigger on that occasion.
But Nerwinski had plenty of time and space on this right-hand side, so Romney needs to be aware of that. And again, 2 guys on the back post, unmarked.
It's a second corner for Vancouver. Same man to take it in the same area. Bolaños. Boateng marking up on that near post for LA. Nobody on the far. It's belted right in, and a sure-handed grab from Brian Rowe, and that will build his confidence. The pitch out now for Jack McBean in full flight, crosses the halfway line, picked up by Chani as he glides right past him. Silky smooth stuff. Pops out wide, deep in the corner for João Pedro. Tries to spray one in, and he's done well to earn LA their second corner of the evening.
Pedro going so high up the field. It's important for Cole to sit back in that hole and protect that space there. Galaxy clearly trying to force the issue here in the first 15 minutes.
That was the fastest slow motion I've ever seen in that run from Jack McBean, just gliding all the way past midfield. It's presented the corner kick now to Roman Alessandrini. Tell you what, Troy, this is where they could be very dangerous. Up come the heavy hitters, Jelle Van Dam, Romney and Steris in the mix, and of course McBean amongst the targets. The delivery is spot on from Alessandrini as it sails just over the head of all the Galaxy attackers. Wide on that left-hand side for Nicolas Mesquita as it comes out for a Whitecaps throw. But the delivery, you couldn't ask for more from Alessandrini.
Van Dam is a dangerous target on any set piece. You saw it on that July 10th Open Cup match in San Jose, him banging home the corner.
And it is indeed his bread and butter. People forget Jelle Van Dam is not a natural central defender. Started his career in Belgium as an out-and-out left back with Standard Liège, moved on to Anderlecht as well. Actually had a chance to renew old acquaintances with Romelu Lukaku over the weekend, his old buddy from Anderlecht, a guy who calls his son, kind of mentored the newest Manchester United striker during their years in Belgium together. So Vancouver on a scamper forward, lose out, and it will be a throw now for Dave Romney and the LA Galaxy. No goals scored here, quarter of an hour in. Happy to have you along on LAGalaxy.com. Emma Boateng looking to build out of the back, leaves it for Steris. It's a three-man back line tonight for the Gals. Audacious ball read nicely by Vancouver's Matias Laba, the Argentinian, superb in that department. Bolaños pulls it back on that far side at midfield and surveying his options.
And a nice job by Ashley Cole recognizing Diallo going forward, and he slips into that right back role and covers his space. A nice recognition there.
And Nerwinski drops his shoulder, goes right past Boateng. Here's Mesquita, belts one in, trying to pick out the likes of Montero. It's going to be another corner kick, number 3 on the evening for the Caps. It's good play there from Nerwinski, who got the best of Emma Boateng down the right-hand side.
And Nerwinski providing the game-winning assists against New York City FC. Has some confidence bombing down that right-hand side as of late.
1 win and 4 for Vancouver. Nice 2-week layoff for them. Near side, Teixeira delivers on that left foot, and it hits the crossbar. Unbelievable. They call that the Go Olimpico, and we almost saw one. You don't see it too often. Diallo, meanwhile, clatters into Mesquita, drops back for the left back. Laba, who finds his way to Tony Chani, and the Caps will reset here. 50-50 in terms of possession early on. Intercepted, meanwhile, for Romney, and here comes Alessandrini right where he likes it, on the left-hand side on that left peg, and he's chopped down by Jacobson, who's irate with the referee, Salazar. He thought it was a clean challenge. It didn't look that way from this angle. Did get a piece of the ball, but a whole lot of Alessandrini along with it. They play it forward now. Jelle Van Dam, right past the halfway line, finds his way to Boateng, who couldn't control it. It drops to the feet of Chani, and here is the tricky Laba. Hand on the shoulder from Ashley Cole. Bolaños wide on the left-hand side for the left back, Jordan Harvey. He's been around forever, the former UCLA man. Long-time servant at Colorado.
Mission Viejo native.
So much talent out of the Southland, that's for sure. Nerwinski just glides onto it. It falls fortuitously now for Mesquita. Picks up his head. Nicely read from Steris. Montero was looking at a 1-0 lead, but Steris just sticking that big right foot in to extinguish that threat.
Inch perfect tackle there, or save, shall I say, from Steris. Just, it had to be made, and he made it. Or else, like you said, 1-0 Vancouver.
Yeah, it was Montero made that run, and he had Diallo beaten and would have left Brian Rowe absolutely stranded, but Steris continues his fine form. Had a great outing. He played the first half against Manchester United, but it goes beyond that, Troy. He's been a standout performer this season, which has not been the best and most colorful of campaigns for the team as a whole. Van Dam tracks it back. Pressure from the little Teixeira, and sweet feet there from Brian Rowe. Distributing out of the back. Van Dam down that left-hand side, trying to work down the touchline. Down goes McBean. He thought he was fouled, but he's going to be charged as a guilty party, so the free kick going the other way in favor of Vancouver. Here's Nerwinski trying to build something. Great first touch as Mesquita peels away from Jelle Van Dam. Thought about the cross, defers to Teixeira, who arrives 35 yards out, tries to bend one past Rowe. That would have been one for the highlight reel. It was not to be, off about 5 yards.
Something Romney's going to have to be aware of is Teixeira cutting back on that left foot.
And it's given away, cheap giveaway from LA. It falls sweetly for Teixeira. Can't twist his way past Jelle Van Dam. My goodness, Jelle looking every bit the part tonight, that's for sure. Dos Santos trying to get more involved, and here comes the counterattack. Boateng wide to his left. He's got McBean to his right, lays off for the little Ghanaian. Flag is down. McBean makes himself available as Boateng cuts it back on the right, and they will reset. Romney arrives in support. Alessandrini now taking on the defense. Past one, lays it across. Boateng just inside the box, trying to carve open this defense. Alessandrini! And I think Usted just got a touch as he parried it wide of his far post. What a piece of play from Alessandrini.
Great play by Alessandrini, and an even better save there by Usted. Getting his fingertips, pushing it wide for the corner, but an incredible save there to rob Alessandrini of yet another goal.
Yeah, it was a good, and it looked to be the chance, looked to have gone, but nice pullback from Boateng. Alessandrini laces through it. A super save from the Big Dane in goal. It's set up the third corner now on the far side. It's going to be Alessandrini with that in-swinger off his left foot. 8 goals and 7 assists. He'd love to tack on to that and say, hey, MLS, I am an all-star, after the snub he got earlier this week. 22 minutes gone. Alessandrini belts it in, and this time Usted is a sure-handed grab. It's quick on the rollout. Here come Vancouver, crossing the midfield line, past the center circle. Chani lays it off. It's wide open tonight. Left-hand side, and a nice block from João Pedro. Used every bit of his frame to impede the progress on that one. Here's Teixeira, sets it right back up off the head of Romney. Only as far as Matias Laba says, thank you very much. 18 yards away from Teixeira, who serves one up, and this time it's Diallo who clears on the volley. No time to catch your breath.
Galaxy back line need to make sure they're all stepping at the same time, because on that play there was 5 guys in the box and they were all stepping at different times.
And there's a collision between McBean and Tony Ciani, and it's the latter, Ciani, who's booked. The first man cautioned tonight by Ricardo Salazar. A little too tough from the big Cameroonian. Played his college ball in the U.S. Part of a big preseason trade from Columbus. It sent Kakuta Mane the other way. They are thinking that Ciani is the future, doing that dirty work in that holding midfield role. Meanwhile, midfield is Giovanni Dos Santos going right back to work, dropping very deep. He's found a pocket of space, looking lively, lays it off. Nicely read, though, by Andrew Jacobson in defense. He's not a natural defender, Jacobson, but looks like one there. Boateng is in, flag is down. Past one, Boateng pulls it across. Empty goal, sails past McBean, picked up by Alessandrini just outside the box on the opposite side. Alessandrini drops it, not on his stronger right foot, but he's done enough to earn another corner kick.
Unlucky in front of goal yet again for the Galaxy.
I'll be there when Yella Van Dam, Alessandrini, and Dos Santos, and your Galaxy host reigning MLS Cup champs Seattle on Saturday, July 29th at 7 p.m. at StubHub Center in a match presented by Children's Hospital LA. Tickets starting for as low as $25. Head to the website lagalaxy.com/tickets. Corner number 4. This could be the golden ticket as we pass the midpoint of half number 1. Alessandrini, not the best of efforts, but I tell you what, there is a word called cheeky in the soccer lexicon, and that was every bit of it as Yella Van Dam tried to sneak one in off his outside of his left boot on that low corner kick, but it was not to be.
It looked like a good play from the training ground there as he made a near post run. Almost looked like he was anticipating doing just that.
And the big Belgian, always a flair for the attacking dramatic, that's for sure. So both teams exchanging shots. LA with a tweaked lineup. You could call it a 3-4-3, if you will. Van Dam and Steris at the heart. Romney wide on the right, left. Diallo wide on the right. Incisive ball for Pedro. Passing looks crisp tonight. Boateng for Alessandrini as the support of Romney. Pulls it in at the midway part of the Vancouver half. Here's Dos Santos Square ball for Ashley Cole. Finds his way to Alessandrini. A little pocket of space in front of that back four. Links up with McBean just on the edge of the penalty box. He'll need some support. And Andrew Jacobson says, not this time, Galaxy. This has been easy on the eye. Saw 6 goals last time. And this one every bit as open as the match 3 months ago in Vancouver.
Salazar doing a good job letting him play there.
Brought down on the right. Alessandrini has drifted over there. Trying to corkscrew Harvey, who held up well. The Frenchman goes down. Here's Nerwinski, the right back, all the way on the left-hand side on his own end line. Off of Steris, and a throw-in inside their own half for the Caps. Tony Ciani picking up his 4th yellow card moments ago. Interesting, does this surprise you at all? Roman Alessandrini left off the All-Star team by both the coach and the commissioner?
Yeah, it's too bad. Unfortunately, he might be a victim of the Galaxy's record because everyone here in Carson knows he's been playing at an all-star level all season long.
When he was signed, everyone was like, Roman who? Well, now they know his name. All-Star game, of course, next month against Real Salt Lake in Chicago.
Yes, of course. It's
Real Madrid, excuse me.
It's nice. It's nice to have your players, you know, represent the club in an all-star game. However, you know, that extra little couple days off, coaches aren't going to be mad if their players aren't called in, that's for sure.
Yela Van Dam and Gio Dos Santos selected to the all-star team, so that's a positive.
It's been a busy month already for the Galaxy.
Yeah, start that hashtag, Free Roman. Here's Boateng trying to set McBean on his way. Good positioning, good shape to this Vancouver team. The traditional 4 at the back, Bolaños is playing in the hole, drops way deep. Good ball to link up with Mesquita, and here comes the counterattack from Vancouver. They don't have the numbers, they've got the prowess. Belted in by Montero, and held nicely by Brian Rowe. Shot for about 20 yards away. Not too much difficulty for the LA goalkeeper. Nerwinski just bowled over Dos Santos right in front of Ricardo Salazar. He just shakes his head. So LA really starting to boss possession, and commentators curse right as I utter it. Yela Van Dam sends a routine ball out of play. Says, here's a gift.
Van Dam's giving Romney instructions saying you have to move up that left-hand side.
Real interesting setup here. Van Dam, Steris, and Diallo. Three central defenders back there. Jacobson, meanwhile, trying to link up in the Galaxy half. Van Dam has his pocket picked by Mesquita. They've got to be careful. There's a hole in the back left by Yela Van Dam. João Pedro all too aware of it. Wonderful stuff. Advantage played. Pedro goes down. Dos Santos makes a run right into the teeth of that defense and has his pocket picked by Vancouver's Jake Nerwinski. Not too often you're going to say that.
Matias Slava there. Referee might go back and issue a yellow card. We'll see what he decides to do here.
Yeah, I think you're right. Came in full-blooded against João Pedro. What a wonderful play it was for Pedro to set Dos Santos on his way. So Salazar, no card. Just a quick lecture to the Argentine. He's their designated player. And a tough tackling Argentine at that.
Yeah, he's been incredible. The last 3 seasons, he's led Major League Soccer in tackles. So nothing out of the ordinary there, seeing a hard tackle from him.
2 left back designated players. Well, usually Ashley Cole, of course, in that midfield role. So he's dropped back into his left-hand side now. Tucks in central. Romney still forward. Romney, nice to have that versatility in the back. He's played right back, left back, now playing a little farther up. I'm sure he's relishing it. Pedro, meanwhile, gives it away. Bolaños only too happy to oblige. Here come Vancouver. Good link-up play. Montero comes out wide, edge of the box now. Tries to cut it back and does. Goes for goal. Not enough power again. Brian Rowe eats that one up with relative ease.
And that's 3 or 4 balls now that Rose collected, and he's definitely grown into this game and has to be feeling comfortable.
Every touch does him a world of good. You and I were talking, that goalkeeper position, it's really been musical chairs for the last few years. You go back to the Carlo Cudicini days, Jaime Pinedo, Donovan Ricketts, John Kempen even, Clement Diop. List is on, about 6 to 7 goalkeepers in the last 2 years or so. Got to say, right at this point, though, it's Rowe's job to lose. Good to see him back from that groin injury as he managed to get his first start in a while back on the 10th up in San Jose in that U.S. Open Cup loss. Here's Ashley Cole, just inside the Vancouver center circle. McBean chopped down like a big tall redwood, and Ricardo Salazar says, and here come Vancouver. Mesquita wide on this near right-hand side, defers to Christian Teixeira. And why wouldn't you with the Uruguayan's pedigree and silky smooth technical skills? Here's Tony Chani. Wide on the left-hand side for Jordan Harvey. Defers to Christian Bolaños. He likes to pull the strings. Straight off the head, though, on that long ball is Jelle Van Damme. Gets his big Belgian noggin on it.
Carl Robinson spoke earlier in the week how he contacted Oscar Ramirez, the coach of Costa Rica, and talked about letting go Kendall Waston, and because Bolaños has been suffering with some injuries, they thought it was best that he stayed with this club. So interesting dialogue between the two coaches.
Yeah, and Boateng, meanwhile, here's Alessandrini, takes a deflection. What a ball played across by Boateng. Plenty of space for Alessandrini at the top of the box, and the Frenchman sees it take a deflection off of Tim Parker. Great block from the Vancouver defender.
Yeah, great block by Tim Parker. Alessandrini's probably wishing he put that in the upper 90. He's probably wondering how someone deflected that, because that was there for the taking again. He decided it looked like he was going far post when maybe near post was the option for him.
He likes that left foot, and more times than not, it has delivered. Remember, 8 big goals. Galaxy top goal scorer, Galaxy top assist man. Played such a big part. I mean, you look at this here, Troy. The tackle comes in, and Alessandrini, a big part of these goals, 28, and involved in over half of the LA strikes. Cole for Alessandrini, pocket pick by Laba. Here's Bolaños for the Colombian Freddie Montero. His first goal in 4 games against New York City a couple of weeks ago. LA able to win it back. Gio Dos Santos tips right past Laba and sidesteps his way past Freddie Montero. Says, that's how you do it, son. Ball sprayed out. Boateng has to track back, keeps it in. Inside the Vancouver half is Ashley Cole looking to boss from the midfield position. And it comes out of play. Support the LA Galaxy Foundation and browse their in-game auction from the comfort of your own home. Just text Galaxy to 52182 to register and start bidding on partially worn jerseys today by your LA Galaxy players. The auction will close 1 hour after kickoff, so hurry and start browsing now. .34 minutes gone, no goals here. StubHub Center. Real open encounter. Interesting half an hour of soccer.
And Galaxy fans have to be sitting on the edge of their seats. They've seen this many times before, you know. First half, no goals. Both teams creating chances. This is anyone's ball game so far.
They've had their chances. Both goalkeepers making some great saves. Alessandrini with some good looks of his own. Chani, this is good work from Vancouver. It's Bolaños just in front of the penalty area. And it's Big Dave Romney. He sticks that left foot in and disrupts that move for the visitors. Back the other way, all the way back to David Ousted inside his own box. Central roll for Laba, defers wide inside his own half for Jordan Harvey. Just past midfield for Teixeira, who's found his way forward on the left-hand side. absorbed that challenge well from Bradley Diallo. He's easily got him beat for size and power. Speaking of power, here comes Chani. Back in, chance now developing. Mesquita on the back heel once again. Romney, oh my goodness. A deft little touch, perfectly positioned. Was a bit fortunate, but he did the right thing. Great play from Dave Romney.
Thankfully, all center backs so far for the Galaxy are having a great game. Everyone has made maybe a goal-saving block or tackle so far.
It's an attacking lineup tonight, that's for sure. Boateng out there with McBean, Dos Santos, Roman Alessandrini. And you got actually Cole in a holding role. You know you've got an attacking lineup. Meanwhile, Dos Santos missed those 5 games with Mexico. Not involved in the Gold Cup, however, for Juan Carlos Osorio. Here's Dos Santos. Slides right past one. Laba can't keep up with him. Boateng closed by Nerwinski, who continues his standout performance tonight for Vancouver. The right back goes off on a run deep in the left, but he gets out of position now. And here comes LA. There are holes back there. Boateng sticks with it, beats the persistent Bolaños. Space now for Romney. He's got acres of it just inside the Vancouver box. Chips it, and a little bit of indecision, you'd have to say, from Romney. Far side now for Alessandrini. The no-look, Diallo on the way through. It's French flavor, pulls it across. Diallo blazes it. Tried to cut one in from that byline, and a scare for Osted.
Beautiful cutback to put it on his left foot. Maybe you like to see him put it across the 6 there. He had 3 Galaxy players waiting for the ball, but you can't fault him for taking a shot.
Best no-look I've seen since Magic pulled one back in '87 for the Lakers. That Marseille connection, you can tell those two have a special understanding.
A lot of French being spoken out there.
Yes, indeed. Clement Diop as well. Meanwhile, Alessandrini right back to work. Closed down by 2 defenders. Got the support of his countryman. Bradley Diallo defers to the Englishman, Ashley Cole. It's like the United Nations out there. And big header in the box from McBean. And it's going to be a goal kick here for Vancouver.
And you can see Vancouver's defending shape. They drop back into a 5-3-2 shell. They're really loading numbers in the box, and it's difficult to break them down, but the Galaxy have done a good job of doing so. They just haven't been able to capitalize.
I have to give credit where credit is due. Vancouver have looked comfortable at times in defense despite all the domination in possession for LA. Alessandrini skins one defender but can't beat Ciani. He's looking very much like Patrick Vieira, the center of that midfield right now. For those of you who don't know, one of the best defensive midfielders to walk planet Earth. Longtime Arsenal star, now the head coach of NYCFC. Steris, they thought about a handball, Vancouver, and that's what Montero wanted. He's not going to get it. Meanwhile, Jack McBean at midfield. Tug of the jersey there from Andrew Jacobson. Jacobson saying, hey, my jersey was tugged first. No love from Ricardo Salazar, so a free kick here for Ashley Cole and the Galaxy.
And McBean, being that target forward, has taken a beating so far tonight.
Tell you what, though, they call it graft, otherwise known as hard work, and McBean has made some good runs tonight.
He's holding it up, allowing his wingers to get involved in the play. You can say all you want about doing the dirty work, but strikers are out there to score goals.
Exactly. And not to beat a dead horse, but that has been the Achilles heel for the LA Galaxy. As Troy mentioned earlier, just 10 at home here at the StubHub this season in their 9 games. Interestingly enough, Seattle with 10 in New England, one of the few teams that's worse, or rather DC United with 6. Maybe we should run down there and tell them they're playing in Vancouver. Who knows? We know how good LA has been on the road. So a little higher pressure right now. LA trying to get out of their own half, and Vancouver making it difficult. Maybe a little bit of a wrinkle thrown in here from head coach Carl Robinson.
And as a coach, you probably wonder, why are my players playing better on the road versus at home? It's got to be, difficult to try and bottle that up, bring it to the StubHub Center.
Well, Teixeira's caught Yella Van Damme out of position. Goes across the box and out. Tracked down by Bolaños. Pulls it right back in, and Daniel Steres dispatches. It's an interesting point, and I think with each and every passing game without a victory, it just adds to that pressure, and it really becomes more of a mind game and a psychological impediment more than anything.
Oh, yeah. Nerwinski here cuts in.
Yeah, Nerwinski just trying to slip it through, and I got to tell you, the right back's been outstanding. Just ran out of ideas there.
Well, you wonder when, teams go on road trips, they travel together, they eat breakfast together, lunch, they're together every waking minute, and sometimes that camaraderie bodes well on the road. You almost wonder if maybe they should stay at a hotel the night before a game like many European clubs do, just to say, hey, we're in game mode already.
And that's why these big European clubs go on these tours in the preseason. One of the reasons, of course, the other being dollars, but one of the other reasons is to develop that team bonding, get the fitness, but get that familiarity, that trust. In the long run, it will serve you well. Galaxy fans, pack your bags and fly Alaska Airlines to an away Galaxy match this season. Alaska Airlines and the LA Galaxy are offering you, the fan, the opportunities to support the team in Seattle with 20% off flights, a free game ticket, and a Galaxy backpack. All you have to do is head on over to lagalaxy.com/flyalaska to book your discounted flight today. It's good flying. Throw in now for Vancouver. We head into the final 5 minutes of half number one. Both teams depleted. International absences really taking a toll on Vancouver. LA without the likes of Gyasi Zardes. Not a knock against Gyasi, but perhaps this may work out in the long run better for both. Gyasi's starting to find his feet with the U.S. men's national team.
He got to start tonight against El Salvador, so I'm sure Galaxy fans were happy to watch him perform.
Teixeira, meanwhile, trying to pick out Shani. No, says Daniel Steres. Boateng tried to chest it back for Romney, and seeking it out is Christian Teixeira. He's everywhere tonight. Ball at the top of the box, and Roman Alessandrini comes back deep in his own half to clean it up. Gotta love that about Alessandrini. Just tireless engine, as they say.
As much as you love to see it, you almost don't want to see it because he's so far from where he should be, and that's in front of goal. Or on the wings going to goal.
He's just got that insatiable appetite for the game, similar to like a Carlos Tevez. Just loves to play soccer.
The work rate of Alessandrini and Emma Boateng are second to none.
Yeah. Here is the aforementioned Boateng. Beautiful touch from Emma, trying to slip around Nerwinski. Great ball across, summoning Jacobson in central defense as he had Alessandrini making the near post run. Tell you what, Boateng has that kind of unmistakable knack to grow into games.
And it's almost like he has he does have an understanding with his coaching staff, because he's normally the first substitution because he gives everything he has for those 65 minutes.
Counter-attack, Alessandrini finds his way to Boateng, and every Galaxy fan at StubHub wanted a penalty kick as he was brought down by Jacobson just inside the box. There's Nerwinski, and he does go down. We have the luxury of the replay where a lot of the fans don't, and that, to be honest, would have been a bit harsh against Vancouver.
A bit harsh, and quite frankly, maybe just on the top of the box as well.
Montreal Impact with a big victory tonight. Toronto and New York City FC. A 2-2 draw. United and the Houston Dynamo goalless in Houston, and Real Salt Lake one up on the Timbers in the 45th minute in Texas.
Tough giveaway there by Cole.
Here's Freddie Montero. He's been very quiet, trying to find his way up to Mesquita. It's a no-nonsense clearance, as they say, from Steres. You kind of like to see that old-fashioned defending in the modern-day age when everyone wants to play it cute out of the back.
When in doubt, boot it out,
I like it. Simple, but clear and effective, that's for sure. Van Dam, meanwhile, looking to build something positive. Final minute plus added on time here at the StubHub Center. 10th home game of the season already for LA, and looking for just their second win on their home grass. Steris tries to pull it around, and that will do it. 45 minutes in the books here, Troy, and some attractive stuff, some good chances for both of these two.
Yeah, both teams have to be, well, Vancouver goes into the half, I think, feeling a little better about themselves, considering they're on the road tied 0-0. Kurt Onofo has to get into these guys at halftime and come out even stronger than they did in the first 20 minutes of this game.
Yeah, plenty to talk about for Vancouver head coach Carl Robinson as well, but 45 minutes in the books. Keep it right here. Coming up after the break on LAGalaxy.com, we'll have a recap, the halftime report, and take a look at some of the key moments. Halftime here, LA 0, Vancouver Whitecaps 0.
LA Galaxy is presented by Toyota. Let's go places. StubHub. Hey, Galaxy fans, StubHub is your ticket out. StubHub is the official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of the LA Galaxy. It's a new era for the LA Galaxy, with new players and familiar faces. For the past 22 years, our goal has remained the same, to be the last team standing. This is LA. On Saturday, July 29th at StubHub Center, five-time MLS Cup champion LA Galaxy take on the Seattle Sounders. Purchase your tickets today at LAGalaxy.com/tickets.
76 introduces The Long Cut, spending a little extra time exploring the open road. We even made a fancy new TV commercial, and we're going to have our director describe it.
So like we see these guys and they're like, what's a long cut? Boom, they're all like, whoa, this is awesome. And then they're at a 76 station and they're like, time for gas. And then it's like, and that is pretty much what the commercial is.
Anyway, we want to hear all about your long cuts too. Share yours today using the hashtag 76longcut. 76. We're on the driver's side.
StubHub Center, can you read me?
Copy that.
We've identified an extraterrestrial aboard the spaceship. He's been secured and is open to questioning. Cosmic being, what do you want?
I'm here to gain intelligence from Earthland. You are in possession of the colorful and fizzy liquid I seek.
You mean Shasta?
Yes, I consumed Shasta and had the ultimate reaction. Equal parts fizz, fruit, and fun. I wish to experience all the Shasta. These flavors are out of this galaxy.
Oh, we've got the perfect place for you. At the StubHub Center.
Bring them home, guys.
It just has to be Shasta, the official soft drink of the LA Galaxy.
At Southern New Hampshire University, we have just one goal, your success. As the official education partner of the LA Galaxy, we're dedicated to helping the entire LA Galaxy family succeed, and that includes their fierce, die-hard fans. Choose from over 200 online degree programs and gain the skills and expertise you need to succeed in your field. Visit snhu.edu/LAGalaxy.
Come in now and get the 2016 you've been waiting for at Toyota's annual clearance event. Save big with an incredible 0 APR on 10 of our best-selling models, including the 2016 Camry, Corolla, and RAV4. You can even get 0 APR on the redesigned 2016 Prius. Hurry in before they're gone. Financing through Toyota Financial Services to well-qualified customers. Must take delivery from 2016 new car dealer stock by midnight September 6. Offers may vary by region.
Now it's easier than ever to search for the best deal on a Toyota car, truck, or SUV. Just visit buyatoyota.com, the only official site for your Southern California Toyota dealers. There, you can locate a dealer, search our inventory, and find the perfect car with all our current offers. Save time and money. Go direct to the source, buyatoyota.com.
We make it easy on you.
Toyota, let's go places.
LA Galaxy is presented by Toyota. Let's go places. Shasta. Shasta, the official soft drink of the LA Galaxy. It has to be Shasta.
And welcome back to the StubHub Center. LA 0, Vancouver 0, and a special midweek treat here at LAGalaxy.com. Happy you're along with us. Christian Miles alongside Troy Barty. The halftime report is brought to you by StubHub. Galaxy fans, did you know the StubHub app is personalized just for you? Get the StubHub app today. Start at StubHub and let the fun find you. StubHub, the official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of the LA Galaxy. Okay, Mr. Barty, here we saw some good looks from Roman Alessandrini. LA just trying to find that elusive strike, and really kind of the story of the season so far, but there are a lot of positives that they can take from the first 45 minutes.
Absolutely. They have a couple shots on target. You know, Osed coming up huge, stopping an Allison Drini for certain goal. You know, they're dominating possession, 60-40. Vancouver has had a couple more shots at goal. I think with the new formation, Galaxy have to make sure that they don't turn the ball over in the midfield and get hit with a quick counter where they're down a few guys in the back.
Well, we'll see what happens. Vancouver on the other side of things, not too shabby themselves. Some good saves from Brian Rowe. Freddie Montero, though, cutting a bit of a quiet figure.
Indeed. I think Teixeira has been the danger man this evening. Montero, like you said, has been quiet. He's kind of had a quiet first half of the season, 6 goals, 1 assist, but even on an off half season, if you will, he's still got 6 goals. He's on pace to do what he did in Seattle, totaling, 12 or more goals. He's still someone to watch out for.
He's still got magic in those boots, as they like to say. There's plenty to talk about here. We'll get into the ins and outs and the X's and O's as Troy and I will break down the new tactical system here for the LA Galaxy. It's a 3-5-2. More on that when we return. Halftime here, LA 0, Vancouver 0.
If you've ever had a full count with bases loaded in the bottom of the ninth, or if you've ever zoned in on the top corner of the net, then you might know the thrill of playing at San Manuel Indian Bingo and Casino. Because only one casino is all about the thrill. San Manuel Indian Bingo and Casino. All thrill. Please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
LA Galaxy is presented by Toyota. Let's go places. It's a new era for the LA Galaxy, with new players and familiar faces. For the past 22 years, our goal has remained the same: to be the last team standing. This is LA. On Saturday, July 29th at StubHub Center, 5-time MLS Cup champion LA Galaxy take on the Seattle Sounders. Purchase your tickets today at lagalaxy.com/tickets.
If you've ever had a full count with bases loaded in the bottom of the ninth, or if you've ever zoned in on the top corner of the net, then you might know the thrill of playing at San Manuel Indian Bingo and Casino. Because only one casino is all about the thrill. San Manuel Indian Bingo and Casino. All thrill. Please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Galaxy fans, Papa John's has a new offer for you this season. Every Galaxy game day, get 50% off your online order of regular menu price items using promo code GALAXY at papajohns.com. That's right. Cheer on the Galaxy every game day with 50% off your entire online order at Papa John's. Enter promo code GALAXY online at papajohns.com to redeem better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's, official partner of the LA Galaxy. Scarves up, wheels up. Buckle up, LA, for nonstop flights to more than 38 cities nationwide with Alaska Airlines. As fans of one of the most decorated clubs in league history, it's only right that you get tons of nonstop access to your favorite destinations, including many road games from one of the finest airlines in the land. Pack your bags, pack your jersey, and pack your full 90 for nonstop flights to cheer on the Galaxy when they go on the road. Scarves up, wheels up. Buckle up for nonstop flights on Alaska Airlines.
Over the course of a single game, LA Galaxy players will spend 90 minutes fighting for the ball, going on goal, sprinting, sliding, jogging backwards, running almost 7 miles, while maintaining an average heart rate of 160 beats per minute. And they'll perform at this world-class level 31 times a year, powered by Herbalife Nutrition, the official nutrition company of the LA Galaxy. Power up like a pro. Contact your Herbalife independent distributor or visit Herbalife.com today.
Tonight, some of the greatest artists, performers, and athletes in the world will be pouring their souls out at stadiums and theaters across this city. Tonight, thousands of fans will lose themselves in a sea of like-minded strangers. We still have a few tickets if you'd like to join. We know this may not be a convenient time for you. We know it's not easy to get out. But something amazing is going to happen tonight. And we think you should be there. StubHub, your ticket out.
LA
Wednesday night, the StubHub Center, the LA Galaxy trying to put those home woes behind them. You have to say so far, so good. No goals conceded, but none for, as nobody has found the back of the net after 45 minutes. Christian Miles alongside Troy Barty. You know, the LA Galaxy in the midst of their busiest stretch of the season so far, probably going to be the busiest stretch of their entire campaign. 10 games in 36 days. You throw in exhibitions and cup matches, but so Kurt Analfo has had to chop and change his lineup here, Troy, and a different tactical setup with 3 at the back. What do you make of the way they've lined up and they've trotted out so far tonight?
I think it's been pretty good. Obviously, the clean sheet is still intact, but you've seen instances where some players aren't sure where they should be depending on where the ball is. Primarily on the left side with Romney. I think he's caught out of position, and if they're not careful, they could get beat.
And this is real interesting because we've seen for the last 15 years, Ashley Cole, the guy who likes to make those marauding runs up the left-hand side, but we're seeing Dave Romney, a guy who really is a central defender, and Ashley Cole playing in central midfield for the first time.
I think if you're Kurt, having that defensive-minded player in the midfield, you know he's not going to bomb forward or go towards the wings, a la maybe a Jermaine Jones plays himself out of position sometimes. I think Kurt's, it's actually like having another defender ahead of the back 3 or 4.
Well, Shasta, the official soft drink of the LA Galaxy, with over 30 great flavors like grapefruit zazz, apple, tiki punch, strawberry, and California dreamin'. Shasta has a flavor for every Galaxy fan. This soccer season, it has to be Shasta. Giovanni Dos Santos coming back into MLS action for the first time in over a month. Still without Giancy Zardes. What do you make of some of these players, along with Daniel Steris getting their first taste of action in a while, their return so far?
I think it's been solid. Obviously, 0-0 at halftime, but you mentioned Dos Santos. I think Galaxy fans would like to see what he brought in the second half of that Manchester United game here in the second half of this Vancouver game.
2 goals against Manchester United here on Saturday night. Had a little help from Dave Romney on the second, but it's the Galaxy looking for more of that, and they certainly, I'm sure Kurt Analfo is saying that to his boys right now. Hey, let's get Gio more involved. We shall see. Meanwhile, there's some talent on this Vancouver bench that we could see coming in. We'll see if Carl Robinson will pull any of the strings. All right, we're going to check out one more time. However, keep it right here on LAGalaxy.com when we return the second half. LA and Vancouver next.
76 introduces the long cut, spending a little extra time exploring the open road. We even made a fancy new TV commercial, and we're going to have our director describe it.
So like we see these guys, and they're like, what's a long cut? Boom, they're all like, whoa, this is awesome. And then they're at a 76 station, and they're like, time for gas. And then it's like, and that is pretty much what the commercial is.
Anyway, we want to hear all about your long cuts too. Share yours today using the hashtag 76longcut. 76. We're on the driver's side.
I'm Chris Klein, president of the LA Galaxy, and we're a client of City National Bank. When we look at our organization on the field and then off the field, we want to put together a great team, and City National has become part of that team. The business side of the game starts long before the whistle kicks off, from setting the stadium up to understanding how to sell tickets to watch our great team play this game. For our business to function, we need to have a reliable bank as part of our team. Our brand grows as the sport of soccer grows, and City National helps us bring Galaxy to the world. I love my job. I love coming to work every day and being part of an organization like the LA Galaxy. It's the team across the league that everyone looks at, that everyone wants to be a part of. Anyone that we're involved with, we want to be the best, whether the players we put on the field or who we bank with, and we have that with City National. City National is the way up for the LA Galaxy.
City National Bank, the way up. Learn more at cnb.com/LA Galaxy, member FDIC.
Over the course of a single game, LA Galaxy players will spend 90 minutes fighting for the ball, going on goal, sprinting, sliding, jogging backwards, running almost 7 miles, while maintaining an average heart rate of 160 beats per minute. And they'll perform at this world-class level 31 times a year, powered by Herbalife Nutrition, the official nutrition company of the LA Galaxy. To power up like a pro, contact your Herbalife independent distributor or visit Herbalife.com today.
It's a new era for the LA Galaxy, with new players and familiar faces. For the past 22 years, our goal has remained the same, to be the last team standing. This is LA. On Saturday, July 29th at StubHub Center, five-time MLS Cup champion LA Galaxy take on the Seattle Sounders. Purchase your tickets today at lagalaxy.com/tickets.
Tonight, some of the greatest artists, performers, and athletes in the world will be pouring their souls out at stadiums and theaters across this city. Tonight, thousands of fans will lose themselves in a sea of like-minded strangers. We still have a few tickets if you'd like to join. We know this may not be a convenient time for you. We know it's not easy to get out. But something amazing is going to happen tonight. And we think you should be there. StubHub, your ticket out.
LA Galaxy is presented by Herbalife. Nutrition for a better life. StubHub. Hey Galaxy fans, StubHub is your ticket out. StubHub is the official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of the LA Galaxy. And Toyota. Let's go places.
10 games in 36 days. Happy to have you back here on LAGalaxy.com. It's LA nil, Vancouver Whitecaps nil as we get set for the start of the second half. So glad you could join us for this midweek treat. Troy Barty sitting in the co-pilot seat. I'm Christian Miles, filling the big shoes left by Joe Tutino. Vancouver getting set to kick off. Heading to the goal on the north end, wearing the navy blue tonight. Freddie Montero leading the line. 6 big goals for him this season. Had that big goal against NYSC FC 2 weeks ago, but nothing doing here. Most dangerous player, Christian Teixeira, wide on that right-hand side for Vancouver, has been a force to be reckoned with. And the kickoff stutter stepped, and now we're underway. LA, of course, attacking the south end goal here at the StubHub Center. It's the 10th game here on their home ground, and you usually say home sweet home, Troy. Not the case, as LA looking for their first home win in over 3 long months.
6 points out of a possible 27. Just not good enough, no matter how you slice it, no matter what club you are, especially if you're the LA Galaxy.
Well, it's not all doom and gloom, however. It's Vancouver in the 6th and final playoff position in the Western Conference, just hovering above LA and Seattle, 2 points clear of the Galaxy. So that means if LA can take 3 points, hey, they're right back in the thick of it and in the playoff race. Meanwhile, super challenge from Daniel Steres, who continues his standout performance in the heart of that Galaxy defense to dispossess Vancouver. Far side now, and here comes the Uruguayan Teixeira. Links up nicely with Mesquita. Good ball in, and there's that big left foot of Daniel Steres. Once again, another timely intervention from the Galaxy defender.
Getting tough there on that left-hand side when you have Teixeira taking on Romney. That is not something you want to see if you're Romney, going 1v1 versus a guy 5'2" with incredible talent and speed.
Really got to love Daniel Steres. Missed a lot of the recent games with a hamstring problem. His first MLS appearance since that game against San Jose up in the Bay Area on the end of May. Strange corner kick as it flies in and hits the post. No one aware of that. Meanwhile, Jacob Nowinski now on that right-hand side for the Caps. Had a good first half. Here's Bolaños, who started well but kind of faded out. Chips one in, and out comes Brian Rowe to pluck it away from Freddie Montero. Shown some good judgment and command of his area tonight, Troy, Brian Rowe.
Yeah, he's looked good so far. He's definitely grown into this game, and it's going to take something special to beat him, I think.
Sometimes the less you talk about a goalkeeper, the better their performance is. They just don't want to make the errors. They don't get a lot of the glory. However, they do take a lot of the blame when things go wrong. So Rowe side foots it to João Pedro inside his own half, goes past the halfway line. Big Jack McBean shouldering off Big Tim Parker. LA keep possession. Diallo joining in, sprays it right back. Dos Santos, this is positive. It's inside the box. Alessandrini drags it just in front of McBean. Vancouver on the ropes, kept alive. Pedro hit it first time all the way into row N.
Still good movement there by the Galaxy. A lot of different players getting involved. You see Diallo make a nice positive run forward. Like you said, very positive start here.
Yeah, flag down, good build-up play, good team movement. Just lacking that spit and polish in front of goal, as they say. Poor touch from Alessandrini. He's not pleased with himself as he spikes it out of play. Temper, Roman. You can get yourself booked for that. Alessandrini himself sitting on 4 yellow cards. Don't want to be foolish and miss that next clash. Coming up on Saturday, we'll have it for you on LAGalaxy.com against the New England Revolution. Big game, big stretch as the LA gets set to embark on the second half of the campaign. Touchback for Rowe under pressure. It's the 18th game for the Caps, the 19th for the Galaxy. So a game in hand for the visitors. Makes it all that more important here for LA, especially against a conference rival. Second of 2 meetings this season. It was Vancouver 4-2 on April Fool's Day up at British Columbia. Antioslava getting 2 goals in that one, and a match that will be remembered by some Clement Diop errors, but Roman Alessandrini actually found the back of the net, his first 2 goals in a Galaxy uniform in that affair, which started well but ended poorly. Daniel Steres now looking to build out of the back for the Galaxy. Launched forward for Bradley Diallo, and Jordan Harvey looking comfortable in defense. Forward now for Bolaños, just inside his own half on the near side. He likes to float wide. Chani with a huge pocket of space. He's got acres of it. The Cameroonian says, thank you very much. Calls his own number, blasts one straight into the gloves of Brian Rowe. Somebody blew their mark that time.
They dared him to shoot, and he did. Thankfully for Rowe, it was straight at him. A gaping hole in that midfield.
And that's where João Pedro and Ashley Cole have to be on the same page. Alessandrini forging away on the right-hand side, cuts it on that left. Jacobson intervenes for Vancouver. João Pedro finds the right back. Bradley Diallo, such a useful player this year for Cardinalfo, when fit. Alessandrini centrally, such a great understanding with Dos Santos. Romney's calling for it on that left-hand side. We'll see what he's got in that left foot. Whips in a pretty good-looking ball. McBean is there. Just couldn't shape his body correctly. Just outside the box now for Diallo. And they appeal for the outside. McBean across Alessandrini. And just a foot in once again by Vancouver, who dodged a huge bullet. Alessandrini on the doorstep. McBean still knocking. Switches play. Romney! What a save from Osted. Wow. Somehow or another, the Galaxy do not score.
Osted now has made 2 saves worthy of save of the week. A complete free header, a snap header. He does everything right. He hits it down. He hits it towards the near post. Just a great recognition there from Osted to get down quickly and push it out.
Yeah, every inch of his 6'4" frame to deny the big Galaxy man who had such a big role to play in that second goal for Gio Dos Santos here against Manchester United on Saturday night. He's earned his money, the big Dane. LA coming out with their guns a-blazing here in half number 2. No changes, by the way, for either team at halftime, so it's as you were for the original 22 that took the pitch from the get-go.
And it's good to see Romney get up that left-hand side. That's going to keep Nerwinski a little bit more honest and keep him back.
And here's really interesting, where we're seeing these wide players really get forward for the Galaxy. Romney aggressively positioned on that left-hand side, well into the Vancouver half, and on the near side on the ball right now, Diallo, who likes to take on defenders, going against Harvey, who's on the back foot now. Diallo gets it caught in his own spokes, closed down by 2 defenders, as Chani aiding to the cause. A quick look from the referee's assistant. It's going to be a Galaxy throw, or is it going to be a corner? It looks it's going to be more of the latter, so this will present a great opportunity for LA. Making a half a dozen corner kicks. You know who, Roman Alessandrini. Sublime is not the way to describe his services tonight. They've been great, and he puts in another one. Big punch, though, from Osted. Out of the penalty area, picked up by Alessandrini on the right-hand side. Whips his way around Freddie Montero. Blazes right past the man in the orange boots, but Mesquita is there for Vancouver, who clear their lines for the time being.
Dangerous ball clearance there from Mesquita, putting that back in the middle.
Pedro tries to reverse the course, but Jordan Harvey able to intercept with the header, and now the counterattack is on for the Caps. Montero and company are a long way from goal. Outside channel run from an onside Bolaños, who makes his way forward, cuts it back against Diallo, pulls it across. Good looking ball in, but no one on that far post. Closest to it was Mesquita. Yeah, it's wide open, just like we saw at the beginning of the first half. Chani. It's interesting hearing some of the comments after the Man United game from Kurt Onofo saying you can't give the ball away in your own half, which is really one of the Achilles heels for them, but the speed of thought, which was so paramount for those players, and it was a lesson in that. Looks as though the Galaxy have heeded that lesson tonight, taking better care of it, trying to be a little cleaner. Teixeira defers, Nerwinski makes the overlap, trying to pull it across. Now about Romney tending to his defensive duties. That's what he does best.
And as Jermaine Jones warms up with the bench, hopefully you'll see even more experience and quality enter the fray here for the Galaxy soon.
Near side, meanwhile, for Vancouver's Jordan Harvey, finds his way to Christian Bolaños, turns and fires one wide open. Teixeira, diving TV save, you'd have to say, from Brian Rowe. Did well to cover up that near post.
I think he was expecting a solid strike. It takes an awkward bounce, and Rowe plays it safe. Easy swat out for the corner.
Teixeira, though, unmarked. Player of his caliber inside the box. That's danger. Meanwhile, Rowe comes out on the ensuing corner kick and plucks it away. Another confident display from Brian Rowe. Remember, getting his first taste of MLS action, going all the way back, you'd have to say, since May 27th in that 4-2 win away to San Jose in MLS Cup, or MLS play rather. And knock off the rust, so to speak, after that groin problem. So free kick here for Vancouver. Here's Parker. Really old-fashioned center back. Tim Parker, big, strong. Where's the armband? Harvey. Good movement off the ball for Bolaños. Linesman's with him. Flag is down. Here comes the 32-year-old Costa Rican. Gets a good service in, and once again, it's right on that far post, but no one making the run, and that's got to be frustrating.
I think they're realizing as the ball switches to one side, the entire defense switches to that side, leaving the back post clearly open.
Teixeira puts one in over the head of Diallo. Falls nicely for Ashley Cole. Says, look what I found. Slips around the likes of Mesquita and locates Emma Boateng. Such a good end of the first half. This is Giovanni Dos Santos, the center of the pitch, just inside his own half. Slips around Mesquita, crosses the halfway line. Has got an onside. McBean opts to go right for Alessandrini. He's got the overlap from his countryman Diallo. It's a little more methodical here from Roman. He makes a big switch for Boateng. Giovanni Dos Santos trying to pull the right string. This is promising. Alessandrini just on the edge of the D, as they say, 20-yard boot. It took a deflection, did it? Convert a conference between Ricardo Salazar and his linesman. So that's the case. Corner number 7 here, Troy, coming up for LA.
7 opportunities, 7 corners. You have to think the more corners they can have, the better possibility is they can get one in.
And don't get set for this one. Alessandrini, Boateng, and Pedro stay home. Steris forward, good-looking delivery. Chani, I believe, got ahead to it on Vancouver's behalf. Teixeira launches a counterattack, and here comes the big Cameroonian gliding through the midfield. Crosses the halfway line. Christian Bolaños, 1v1 against Diallo, cuts inside, far side for the Uruguayan. Teixeira in the box. Good movement from Mesquita, hooks it in. Big Yellow Van Damme intervenes, and LA make the clear to avoid any harm this time. And we're going to see a substitution here in just a moment while we've got time. Don't miss any of the action at StubHub Center next season. Join the 2018 season ticket member wait list to receive the most up-to-date information on season tickets, including benefits and on-sale updates as well as pricing. Go to lagalaxy.com/season tickets to sign up today. So here's a real interesting move, and a kid that's making a big name a little bit later than they anticipated. It's going to be Yordi Reyna stepping on as the first change of the evening. The Peruvian playmaker coming on is going to replace Mesquita, and this is a guy, the last time out, that added a lot of attacking punch.
Yeah, he substituted in 65th minute against NYCFC and provided the game-winning goal. You know, he hurt his foot in February. He's missed the entire half of the year, and you know, 25 minutes into his campaign shows you why Caps fans are so excited about him.
And broke his metatarsal in preseason against Portland way back in February. Meanwhile, Dave Romney has to come off, so LA reduced to 10 men as the medical staff assesses him. And it'll be interesting to see where Reyna slots in. Carl Robinson, the Vancouver head coach, very high on this young man. He's a 23-year-old playmaker and making just his third appearance. Came on against Chicago as a sub, so we'll see how he involves himself. This could put a little bit of a different wrinkle into this midfield approach for the visitors. And he gets his first touch at midfield. And not a good one as it's intercepted, plucked out of the thin air by Alessandrini, and he's fouled by the Vancouver sub. So not the best of introductions for the Vancouver substitute.
Carl Robinson said earlier this week that getting him back healthy at this time is almost like signing someone in this transfer window.
Yeah, that's what it's like when you have players out for so long. LA Galaxy knowing what that is like, and so many injuries.
That change also shows you that, listen, Vancouver's not coming here to settle for a draw. They're going for 3 points.
Interesting move to different type of attack here. So it looks as though it's going to be in terms of position, like for like. We'll see Reyna slot in on that left-hand side here, Troy, of that attack. He can tuck inside as well. Freddie Montero, very happy that the Peruvian can add a little attacking support and creativity. Perhaps the creativity, the element that's missing from this game. There's been plenty of impetus and plenty of effort. So Romney comes back on. Back to 11v11. Here's Jacobson making a little jaunt forward past the halfway line. Montero runs that outside channel, and once again perfectly positioned is Daniel Steres. Kurt Onalfo was a no-nonsense player. He's got to like what he sees out of Daniel Steres so far this season, especially as of late. Just past the hour mark here at StubHub. Troy Barty, Christian Miles, happy to have you along. 19th game of the season here for the LA Galaxy. Their 10th here in Carson. Trying to put that jinx behind them and end that 6-game winless run here on their home turf. Long searching ball out of the back from Vancouver. There's Yella Van Dam to meet it for the Galaxy, and Romney safely back to Brian Rowe, who punts one forward. Laba at midfield now for the visitors from Canada. This is the second and final meeting between these two. Vancouver looking for the sweep. Good recovery tackle that time from Yella Van Dam. Vancouver have found their way in just behind Romney, and you talked about that at halftime and what they need to improve upon, because as good as LA have been going forward, there are holes wide, especially on that left-hand side.
And it looks like Vancouver has really looked to exploit that left-hand side, because you have the speed of Teixeira on Romney. It's really a mismatch.
And it's really interesting. So far, so good, however. Big Yella gets his head in there. Chani, though, strokes it for Harvey. Vancouver setting up camp in the Galaxy half. It finds its way to the effervescent Christian Bolaños, who's hand-checked that time by Bradley Diallo. So a free kick from about 40 yards away from goal. Closer to the Vancouver bench than anything else. And, you know, this is a difficult angle here for a keeper.
Yeah, because a perfect ball is going to be dipped in right by the penalty spot, which is too far for a keeper to come. So definitely an awkward spot here for Rowe.
They've got Parker up there. There's Jelle Van Dam, the header down, and Rowe tries to make the save, but he can't. And it's big Tony Ciani who slams it home. Vancouver on the set piece. Find the sweet spot. It's the big Cameroonian with his second goal of the season. Vancouver 1, LA 0.
And just like you were mentioning, Christian, a tough angle for Rowe. That whipped in ball with pace. Obviously, he cannot come out and get it. Just a well-served ball, and Ciani really didn't have much to do with it. He just got his head on it, he put it down, and a real difficult position for Rowe to be in.
The delivery, though, was spot on. Jelle Van Dam, it sails right over the Belgian. He puts his head in his hands. Not even a challenge from the Belgian. And a free header, you'd have to say, from Tony Ciani. And a defensive mistake by the Galaxy. 1-0, 64 minutes in. Credit the assist to Christian Bolaños. Once again, grabbing his 6th helper of the season.
And on that replay, you saw 4 Galaxy defenders with their chests facing goal. Never a good thing on a set piece.
Kind of stuff that'll make the coach nuts. And once again, LA have really dug themselves a hole, making a habit of conceding the first, especially here at home. Now they're going to have to fight their way back. Meanwhile, it's the counterattack. Opens up for Teixeira. The floodgates may open, but not this time, says Daniel Steres. Well, they're going to have to claw their way back, and they want to take something positive out of this one. The home hoodoo continues. Dos Santos trying to get him more involved. Alessandrini back on the left-hand side, tries to put it in for McBean and over hits it entirely. Too much French power in that boot. So a throw in now. For Vancouver. New sign for the goal scorer, Ciani. He's having himself a man of the match performance. Alessandrini picks it up from Diallo. Dos Santos calls his own number, whips one. And it blazes that bullet just high of Osted's goal. Gave him something to think about.
That's what they need more of. Shots.
The LA Galaxy 2 fan, join us on July 30th as you watch the future of the Galaxy take on OKC Energy at 7:30. Everyone in attendance will receive an LA Galaxy water bottle. Fans can save money by purchasing their Los Dos tickets in advance online at lagalaxy.com/2.
Looks like Jermaine Jones is getting his marching orders on the sideline.
Well, he hasn't been sent off yet. I know what you mean now, getting his instructions. I was like, hey, that'd be a little harsh. Foot race between Teixeira and Van Dam. You don't want to laugh. Talk about size versus speed. Teixeira about 7-8 inches shorter and well lighter, but just bowled over by the big Belgian.
One of the biggest players in MLS versus the smallest player in MLS. And again, another dangerous free kick from a wide area that's difficult to defend.
A little bit farther forward, about 23, 24 yards away, Jelle Van Dam. He's already missed 2 games this season with suspension for disciplinary reasons. Sent off against Portland, and of course, yellow card accumulation a couple of games ago. Had to miss out on the clash on the 4th of July against RSL. They whipped one in off the head of Ashley Cole. Tell you what, Christian Bolaños is looking like a dead ball specialist. Tough to deal with.
Lots of experience with the Costa Rican national team, with Saprissa, just a winning pedigree throughout his career, has Bolaños been.
Yeah, it's a good point. Interesting that he wasn't selected for the Gold Cup. He's a guy, I remember about 7-8 years ago, was linked with Manchester United when Sir Alex Ferguson was in charge. Move never materialized, however. Galaxy getting set to make a couple of changes. Meanwhile, corner kick comes in, and a little confusion, but it's going to be a goal kick here for Brian Rowe. And Kurt Adolfo's seen enough. He's going to make his first changes, and it's going to be a double switch here, Troy.
Jermaine's going to enter for Emma Boateng, and then Ari Lassiter is going to come on for.
Wait for it. Wait for it. So, referee's assistant is trying to figure out this sub board. Sorry, so bear with us, folks. Good to see Jermaine Jones, though. Well, they have put Emma Boateng's number up twice. He just came off. Here we go. Lassiter on for McBean, and this changes everything.
Well, now they have some speed. They have some toughness. They need to start winning that midfield battle a little more and start getting more numbers in the box. So I think these two substitutions fit both those needs.
Yeah, first game since May 6th for Jermaine Jones. He's come back from a knee injury. Missed about 11. And good to see Ari Lassiter back in the mix as well. Got a run out against Manchester United, but guy that comes from good stock, his dad, Roy, still holds that record with Bradley Wright Phillips with 27 goals in an MLS season way back in '96 for Tampa Bay. But his son still looking for his first goal at the MLS level. And as they say, a great chance to break his duck. 20 minutes remaining here. LA trailing 1-0. Roman Alessandrini on the free kick. Good ball in to the teeth of the defense. Romney knocks it forward. Parker gets ahead to it. And so is Jacobson, tracked down by Alessandrini just on the edge of the box. Tries to slip it through and finally cleared away by Jordan Harvey. So close.
Yeah, Vancouver is definitely bending and but not breaking.
That's a good way to put it, my friend. Well, LA Galaxy 2 fans, you can join us on the 30th. Or rather, be there when Yella Van Dam, Roman Alessandrini, Giovanni Dos Santos, and your LA Galaxy when they host reigning MLS Cup champs and rival Seattle Sounders on Saturday, July 29th, 7 p.m. at StubHub in a match presented by Children's Hospital LA. Tickets start for as low as $25. All you have to do is head to the website, lagalaxy.com/tickets. I'll get it right.
See, the distance between Galaxy center backs right now is a reason for concern. If they were to lose the ball in the midfield, to have a 35-yard gap in between center backs, runs can be made, counters can be, spurned on that way. So Galaxy have to be careful not to lose the ball in dangerous areas.
Yeah, they're going for that equalizer, committing numbers to the attack. Jermaine Jones slots into central midfield. Romney still wide on the left-hand side. It's Ari Lassiter now leading the line in replacement of Jack McBean, but here's Bradley Diallo foraging away. Jones gets a touch now, the German-born American. Giovanni Dos Santos, his old Mexico rival, space for Jones, cuts it through. Dos Santos can't turn on Tim Parker. Robust defending from the second-year man. And the counterattack is on, just like you said. Reyna, sublime, trying to chip it through, and Ashley Cole to the rescue. He covered a lot of ground and covered well for Yella Van Dam.
As usual, he's been everywhere tonight.
A lot has
Unfortunately, not on the set-piece goal, but he's made some great tackles.
Tell you what, Ashley still has the wheels. Here's Teixeira pulling the strings. Montero finds that pocket of space, plays it for an onside Reyna. Edge of the box now, trouble for the Galaxy. Reyna! Just had a nice look at it from about 13 yards away, and another good save from Brian Rowe.
And a good job there by Steres, forcing him to his right foot. Rowe could read where he was going. Comfortable save in the end.
So lots to talk about with this substitute. What you lose in that focal point target man in McBean, you gain in pace with Ari Lassiter leading the line. And then there's the old Jermaine Jones conundrum. Guy that really hasn't shown his best in central midfield. A lot has been made of his relationship with João Pedro. Are they the right foil for each other? Romney slips his way around Nerwinski. Well played. Alessandrini onside, trying to cut one back. Nearly did, but it's a good recovery from Vancouver. Not enough to avoid conceding their 8th corner of the evening. Is this the way back? Is this the equalizer? And Gio says, I'm going to take it this time. And making the trek forward is going to be Jelle Van Damme and Daniel Steris, and we're going to see a switch. Roman Alessandrini's 74-minute shift is over, and stepping onto the pitch for the first time tonight is going to be the 20-year-old LA Galaxy Academy man, Bradford Jamieson IV, out of Santa Monica High School not too long ago. Now in his 4th season with the organization. Of course, had that big goal for him, first of the season, against Real Salt Lake in that 6-2 thrashing. So Gio stands over it. Big moment this. Real interesting here as Romney drops out. He's one of the set piece threats. Looks as though he's going to have a word. And some confusion here. Being told to come off. There might be some blood on his shirt. This is a big loss because Romney, this is his bread and butter. And something on his shorts. So they're going to have to go by this corner without him. And Romney's going to change his top as well. Will they hold? That's the question. Ricardo Salazar looking at his watch and is going to tack on time. And this is very interesting. More times than not, a referee will just say, hey, get on with it. But they're going to hold up play while Romney sorts out his uniform.
And it gives Vancouver time to make one of their own substitutions.
Yeah, good point. Breck Shea comes in. Remember him? Not too shabby. You bring off a Uruguayan and bring on a USA international. First order of the day for him, defend this set piece. Second switch of the night for Vancouver as Shea comes in. Teixeira off, who is one of their best players this evening, that's for sure. So Romney allowed to come back on. Now we'll get on with it. And it's game back on. Floated up, Pedro! Had the header and a free one, and that was drawn up from the training ground. But once again, like the McBean header, Troy, we saw in the first half, not on target.
Yeah, that one was a little bit more difficult than the McBean header in the first half, but they clearly saw something how Vancouver likes to line up on defending corners. As you saw there, top of the box, Pedro all alone had the opportunity to get a clear header. It was, to his credit, it was difficult to put it on frame. But a good play, and from the training ground, clearly.
So Bradford Jamieson gets his first touch off the header. Meanwhile, Breck Shea right back the other way and shoves it right back down LA's throat. He's inside the box. Shea squares it and gobbled up by Brian Rowe on a near post. Brian Rowe has not put a foot wrong tonight, despite being beaten. Nothing he can do about it, however. Dos Santos going long for Jamieson, who will bring a lot of pace on that right-hand side. All 3 subs utilized now for the LA Galaxy as Alessandrini hits the bench, their best player this season. Cole continues to pull the strings in central midfield. He's just pairing with João Pedro, giving more license forward for Jermaine Jones. Switch to the near side, just outside the box for Bradley Diallo. Trying to bait Shea. Cuts it back from the end line. There's Chani. Diallo trying to roll his way past the big Cameroonian from Norfolk, Virginia. Deep into his own corner. And it comes out for a Galaxy throw.
And if you're Breck Shea and Jordan Harvey, you have to be incredibly thankful to see Chani come back and do his defensive work, help out there.
He's been huge tonight. Back heel, lovely stuff to Pedro. Parker just gets a foot in. It pops up high. Jelle Van Damme in a foot race against Montero, and the Belgian wins it. Here is the LA captain. He likes to spray it long, controls that impulse, and defers to Dos Santos. It slips past the challenge from Laba. Referee plays advantage now. Dos Santos shifts gears, back heels for Pedro, the Portuguese now looking for an option. It's all a bit narrow.
It's just going to say they need to get the ball wide.
No width, and Dos Santos, and for all the passing, all the possession, you have to say, Troy, not a lot of incision.
Yeah, it's second half has been a bit anemic for the Galaxy. Couple shots, not on target, but a couple shots. Actually, the one fine save by Osted. But other than that, Galaxy searching for answers. They've made their 3 substitutions, and hopefully this fresh legs will create some more opportunities.
We shall see. Meanwhile, the header is Montero with a hard-running Yordi Rainey's goal side of Romney. Slips past Van Dam. He's got the option of Montero. It's a 3v4, pulls it back, and just behind the little Colombian striker. And João Pedro says, thank you very much. Here come the LA Galaxy looking to counterattack. But there's a sea of blue in front of them. Jermaine Jones makes his way inside the Vancouver half, plays it off to the right-hand side. Here's the substitute, Bradford Jamieson the fourth. Couple of little step-overs now, and here is big Jermaine Jones coming back from that knee injury on the edge of the box. Jamieson surveying his options. It's a little lethargic over the head of Gio on a fine ball put in and headed out by Breck Shea. Just needs to be quicker. Here's Gio dos Santos on that left foot. Fires one over, intercepted easily by Shea. And there seems to be just a little trepidation right now. And just slight moments of hesitancy.
And last 2 possessions in the Caps' final third, Romney's sitting out on the left all by himself, has yet to get the ball.
And let's be honest here, they're parking the bus at this point. 10 behind it, leaving Montero up there to chase on an island all by himself. But hey, you got that goal lead, you're away from home. Can't blame him. Emil Laba defers to Nerwinski. Big rookie. He's done well. Number 6 draft choice out of UConn. Pulls it across, finding his way to Shea, who volleys one. Picks it out of midair and blazes it just wide of Rowe's goal.
Beautiful left-footed strike there by Shea.
Breck Shea, ever the enigma. Had a great run under FC Dallas. Had some time at Stoke City in England. Just hasn't found that form that we saw earlier in his career. He's had some injuries as well.
Had those 11 goals in 2011 and never quite returned to that goal-scoring prowess people got used to seeing. You know, he's still only, what is Breck, 27 years old. I think you would expect a lot more caps than what he's had also.
You remember that Gold Cup final winning goal back in 2013.
And to be fair, the ball was most likely going across the line from Landon, but Breck made sure about it.
Here's Diallo firing one into the heart of that Vancouver defense. Wild ball popped up by Ashley Cole, but hey, it works out. Here's Dave Romney, and he serves one up. It's a sky ball forward over the head of Jordan Harvey. Breck Shea trying to get a foot in before Diallo, and it's a throw-in now for the Frenchman and the Galaxy, and it's going to be the final change of the evening right now here for Vancouver, as they are going to call upon Bernie Ibini, the defender from Boston, Massachusetts, getting set to come on. So Freddie Montero coming off. This is a forward from Nigeria, rather, in Bernie Ibini. Now making his 5th appearance, still looking for his first goal, and has a European pedigree to boot. Chani. He's been the difference maker. How to play. Hey, Galaxy fans, it's not too late to order your half-off pizza for Papa John's. Every Galaxy game day, you receive 50% off all regular menu online orders by using promo code GALAXY. That's right, half off your favorite pizza to enjoy a Galaxy match. Visit papajohns.com and use promo code GALAXY. So here's Jelle Van Dam. And it's Jelle's bread and butter, straight into Diallo, looking for a good bounce. He won't get it, tracked down by Shea, who keeps it in, locates the big substitute, Ibini. It's fallen nicely now for Diallo. They need some inspiration right now, LA. They're lacking it. It's going to be a goal kick despite the efforts of Bradley Jamison IV. Excuse me, Bradford Jamison IV.
And you're starting to hear a couple boo birds here in the 84th minute. You know, Galaxy fans, unfortunately, are used to this. And
yeah,
I guess you can never get used to losing. But this, if the result stays, 1 win in 10 at home.
Still a lot of soccer left to be played. 6 minutes and some change. They'll add it on time.
Which there should be at least 4 minutes, you would think, with that jersey swap and substitution on the corner kick.
The confusion with Romney. Last time they failed to score at home, back on April 29th, and a goalless draw against Philadelphia. So they can't get their goals. Jamison trying to take on Shawnee. Slips past the strength of the Cameroonian. Ricardo Salazar says, hold on. Foul charged against the LA substitute. So a free kick now for the Caps.
When you look at that trade they made for Shawnee, sending Mane to Columbus, it looked like each team, it suited a need. Here they got the box-to-box defender they were looking for in Shawnee, and Columbus got an attacking, creative speedster.
Yeah, and a lot of people, though, in Vancouver were saying, raising their eyebrows. Anytime you kind of get rid of that attacking flair, people don't like to see that, but Shawnee providing that muscular presence in midfield after a long run, about 6 to 7 years with the Crew.
And I think Jordi Reyna was probably a big reason why they could afford to send Mane on his way.
It's a good Vancouver team if they can put it together. Yella Van Dam, meanwhile, brings it up. Squares it across the field for his partner, Daniel Sterra. João Pedro inside the Caps half. They've got 10 behind it. If anybody could unlock this defense, it's the Portuguese maestro. Defers to Jamison IV. That can't find his way past Brechet, and it is booted out of play. And a throw-in now for the visitors. It's gotten very quiet here, Troy.
I was just thinking the same thing. Very quiet from both supporters. Oh, well, all three supporter sections they got here. The ACB, the Galaxians, and the Riot Squad, of course.
Not wanting to see another home defeat. It would be their 6th in 10 games. And that would be a league high. It already is a league high. Shawnee, what a performance he's had tonight. Stealing away, though, is Ashley Cole. Trying to pick out Lassiter, who's really been a non-factor since coming on. Haven't even called his name yet. Talking with Joe Totino over the weekend, saying now's as good a time as any for Ari Lassiter to make his name. Made his MLS debut 3 seasons ago. Just hasn't quite found his place. Is banging the goals for Los Dos. Up and in, Jones in the box, smashed by Lassiter, and that was it. It was the golden ticket. It sat up nicely just on the edge of the box, but once again, Olsted covers up for the Caps.
And really a good job by Jermaine Jones going up, sacrificing his body, winning that header, creating a second ball shot opportunity for Lassiter.
Stead has made some huge save. It's a long ball played by Van Dam. Nice knockdown, you'd have to say, from Jermaine Jones. It set up sweetly for little Ari Lassiter. Meanwhile, on the other side, Ibini, good save once again, is Ryan Rowe able to cover up. This game is really opened up. 88th minute, and Yella Van Dam gives it away. You can't do that in your own half. Shea makes the run, gets it back from Ibini. Shea goes down. Referee wants none of it.
Carl Robinson not pleased with that no call.
Perhaps Breck Shea needs to take some acting lessons. So Jelle Van Dam and company. Is this the time where you just dump it in the box? They get it wide. This is better. Lovely ball from Jones. Diallo, he's come forward, whips in the cross right off the head of Jordan Harvey. It drops for Lassiter, who can't control. And once again, it falls sweetly to the yellow-booted Tony Chani, who shows too much of it and gives up possession on the 89th. I hate to say it here, Troy, but it's getting to that now or never point.
Yeah, now or never, and I think Galaxy fans are realizing even if they do get a goal, it's going to be another draw at home and not a win, and that is not making fans quite happy enough.
And they want to take something out of it. They're not quite there yet. They still need that goal. 1 point better than none. Pedro. Or an onside Diallo just in front of the referee's assistant. Dos Santos cuts inside, leaves it off for Jermaine Jones. He's got Jelle Van Dam, once again 10 behind it. A lot of blue shirts just shrinking the field as they come forward on the edge of the penalty area. Jermaine Jones trying to pick that lock, so to speak. Romney's calling for it. Late on the switch, Romney knocks it forward as Jamison runs across the box. It's Ashley Cole, chips it up and over the byline. Lassiter would have to be about 20 feet tall to get ahead onto that one.
And really a nice job by Tim Parker communicating with his defenders when to step and when to drop. That back line has looked in sync all night.
That's a good point, my friend. Coming into this game, they've allowed 27 goals. LA allowing 32. They're amongst the more charitable defenses, Vancouver, but you'd have to characterize it as really going against the run of play for them, so to speak. This will be just their 4th clean sheet of the season. If they can hold on. 4 minutes of stoppage time added on. Fans starting to head to the gates and out of their seats. They might have seen enough. I say hold the phone. Big long ball from Jelle Van Dam. Headed forward from Diallo into the feet of Ari Lassiter. Here comes Ashley Cole to the rescue. The flick from Dos Santos didn't come off, and Bolaños says thank you very much. Off to the races is the little Costa Rican. Bowled over by Jamison. Ricardo Salazar, to his credit, is letting them play, waves it on. Here comes the Galaxy behind Dos Santos. Cut back now for Jermaine Jones. 35 yards from goal, trying to scoot it through and well closed down by Breck Shea of Vancouver. Vancouver, or rather Jermaine Jones, having some words with his attacking partners up front. Make that move, make that run. It comes up to him, he's the recipient. It may drop down. Here's Dos Santos, he had it on the volley. Once again to the rescue. Tim Parker, what a performance from him as well. Reyna the substitute, and his horse collar by João Pedro right in front of Ricardo Salazar. That's an obvious yellow card, the first of the evening for the Galaxy.
And a 15-yard penalty.
Flag on the play.
Yeah, he just grabbed the back of his neck and yanked him down.
And you know what, though? In all said and done, it may be the right decision.
And that yellow card is going to put him in accumulation, and João Pedro will miss next game.
Saturday night, no João Pedro against the New England Revolution. Out of the frying pan and into the fire. Was given some reprieve, some good behavior. 6th yellow card of the season for the Portuguese. He really came under heavy criticism earlier this season, but has found his feet in recent months.
And to get that yellow card in the 92nd minute really is, you know, not a smart play.
A game in New England is going to be tough.
At least that clears maybe the return for Jermaine Jones back to New England and could fill that slot.
We shall see. Another selection problem. This time for Curtinolfo. We may see Rafa Garcia, who's deputized well in the center of the park. Here's Breck Shea. 3rd minute of stoppage time. And here comes Vancouver on the gallop. Reda to the former U.S. international, looking A little wayward, you'd have to say, but Brian Rowe comes away with it. And LA would be well advised to get it up and dump it into the box. And that's exactly what Romney does, just gives it a ride. And up pops Jermaine Jones. Not many beat him to the head, and he does it there. Chani, though, grabs it. Full-blooded challenge from the German-born midfielder, cleared away by Jordan Harvey. Throw in now for the Galaxy as we head into that final moment, that final minute of stoppage time. Lassiter can't control off the throw. Here is Diallo. Everybody forward. As they say, it's all hands to the pump. Diallo serves one up. He's got Steris in there. The big punch from Osted. Ashley Cole thought about it. They implore him to shoot. We've waved play on. Diallo in the mix, trying to pick out Jones, and there is big Tim Parker to clear it away. And off goes Yordi Reda, and it's going to be 4 consecutive defeats and a chorus of boos here at the StubHub Center as the LA Galaxy lose out 1-0 to the Vancouver Whitecaps.
And it's a little unfortunate because Galaxy had plenty of opportunities to score goals this game. They just, like you said earlier, just haven't had that final touch or that little piece of luck to go their way and get a lead. I mean, this is now 10 games at home. They've only scored 10 goals. That's, do the math, 1 goal a game.
Not good.
Tonight, 0. Just hasn't been good enough.
Well, the goal came in the 64th minute off the free kick from Christian Bolaños, who picked out an unmarked Tony Chani and a brave defensive effort, all for naught, as Vancouver complete the season sweep of the LA Galaxy after winning out up in British Columbia back in April. They do the same here in July on the Galaxy's home grass. 7 games without a win here in Carson this season. All right, we'll have the post-mortem coming up for you as Troy and I will break it all down, but 90 minutes in the books. The LA Galaxy 0, the Vancouver Whitecaps 1.
LA Galaxy is presented by Herbalife. Nutrition for a better life. StubHub. Hey, Galaxy fans, StubHub is your ticket out. StubHub is the official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of the LA Galaxy. Start at StubHub and let the fun find you. And Toyota. Let's go places. It's a new era for the LA Galaxy with new players and familiar faces. For the past 22 years, our goal has remained the same, to be the last team standing. This is LA. On Saturday, July 29th at StubHub Center, 5-time MLS Cup champion LA Galaxy take on the Seattle Sounders. Purchase your tickets today at lagalaxy.com/tickets.
Tonight, some of the greatest artists, performers, and athletes in the world will be pouring their souls out at stadiums and theaters across this city. Tonight, thousands of fans will lose themselves in a sea of like-minded strangers. We still have a few tickets if you'd like to join. We know this may not be a convenient time for you. We know it's not easy to get out. But something amazing is going to happen tonight. And we think you should be there. StubHub, your ticket out.
Scarves up, wheels up. Buckle up, LA, for nonstop flights to more than 38 cities nationwide with Alaska Airlines. As fans of one of the most decorated clubs in league history, it's only right that you get tons of nonstop access to your favorite destinations, including many road games from one of the finest airlines in the land. Pack your bags, pack your jersey, and pack your full 90 for nonstop flights to cheer on the Galaxy when they go on the road. Scarves up, wheels up. Buckle up for nonstop flights on Alaska Airlines.
At Southern New Hampshire University, we have just one goal: your success. As the official education partner of the LA Galaxy, we're dedicated to helping the entire LA Galaxy family succeed, and that includes their fierce, die-hard fans. Choose from over 200 online degree programs and gain the skills and expertise you need to succeed in your field. Visit snhu.edu/LA Galaxy.
Galaxy fans, Papa John's has a new offer for you this season. Every Galaxy game day, get 50% off your online order of regular menu price items using promo code GALAXY at papajohns.com. That's right. Cheer on the Galaxy every game day with 50% off your entire online order at Papa John's. Enter promo code GALAXY online at papajohns.com to redeem better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's, official partner of the LA Galaxy.
Over the course of a single game, LA Galaxy players will spend 90 minutes fighting for the ball, going on goal, sprinting, sliding, jogging backwards, running almost 7 miles, while maintaining an average heart rate of 160 beats per minute. And they'll perform at this world-class level 31 times a year, powered by Herbalife Nutrition, the official nutrition company of the LA Galaxy. To power up like a pro, contact your Herbalife independent distributor or visit Herbalife.com today.
LA Galaxy is presented by Toyota. Let's go places.
And welcome back. The LA Galaxy, when all the dust has settled, it's more of the same. 4 consecutive defeats here at Major League Soccer competition. Christian Miles alongside Troy Barty. And Troy, you know, this is a big game. A chance for them to lick their wounds. Had some positives from that Saturday friendly against Manchester United. And some good moments tonight, but in the end, I mean, you'd have to say it's just more of the same. Chances were there, but they couldn't put the ball in the back of the net.
Like you said, you know, chances in front of goal. You know, if you were to say at the beginning of the season that halfway through the season that Jack McBean would be leading the strikers with goals, probably not what they drew up or what the Galaxy wanted. Just not enough quality or quality chances, quality finishes, however you want to slice it, just not enough quality inside the 18.
The big Dane, David Olsted, making some great saves tonight, calling upon the best of the big 32-year-old Dane, but the LA Galaxy able to make some incision, open up that Vancouver defense, but they don't have the finishing touch, and we saw Ari Lassiter come on. It really didn't have much of a change as Jack McBean really didn't have too many chances himself, aside from that early header on, but the chances were there. LA couldn't take them. If we look at some positives that we can take from this, we saw a rejigged tactical lineup with Ashley Cole in the center of midfield, essentially a 3 at the back. That seemed to work out in a defensive mindset and a defensive scheme, as it really stifled a lot of these chances for Vancouver.
Yeah, I think the formation worked well in the first half.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure what happened in the second half. Galaxy dominated possession in the first half, not so much in the second half. I think, you know, to take positive notes from that formation is that, hey, the communication was good enough for them to actually do it.
Yeah.
And to be able to play different formations given the opponent is nice for Kurt to have in his back pocket.
All right, time now for the Man of the Match, which is brought to you by Herbalife. Herbalife, nutrition for a better life. I have an idea in my head. It's pretty obvious, but I'm going to serve you up and put you, my friend, in the spotlight. What do you think? Who was your standout performer this evening?
That's a tough call.
It doesn't have to be for the Galaxy?
Well, then I think you would have to say Chichera or Chani.
Yeah.
They were, I mean, Chani with the game-winning goal did all the dirty work. I mean, man of the match has to be Tony Chani.
Yeah, I'd have to go with you, too. The big Cameroonian, just absolutely huge in the center of midfield, and that's where this match was won, especially in the second half. And he seemed to grow into this game. Chichera, I thought, was magnificent in the first half. Really created a lot of the chances here, but just unfortunately for LA, talk about some of the positives here, the next segment here, and talk about some of the positives for Vancouver as they look to kickstart their campaign. A post-game show rolls on. Keep it right here on LAGalaxy.com.
Come in now and get the 2016 you've been waiting for at Toyota's annual clearance event. Save big with an incredible $2,500 factory cash back on a new 2016 Camry, $2,000 back on a new Sienna or the redesigned Prius. Get $1,500 cash back on a new Corolla or $1,000 back on a new Tundra. It all ends September 6th, so hurry in before they're gone. Must take delivery from 2016 new car dealer stock by midnight September 6th. Offers may vary by region.
When you buy or lease any new Toyota, you get Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan. Toyota Care covers normal factory scheduled service for 2 years or 25,000 miles, whichever comes first. There's even lockout protection and 24-hour roadside assistance. See your Toyota dealer for details and exclusions. Valid only in the continental U.S. and Alaska. Toyota, let's go places.
It's a new era for the LA Galaxy, with new players and familiar faces. For the past 22 years, our goal has remained the same, to be the last team standing. This is LA. On Saturday, July 29th at StubHub Center, five-time MLS Cup champion LA Galaxy take on the Seattle Sounders. Purchase your tickets today at lagalaxy.com/tickets.
Over the course of a single game, LA Galaxy players will spend 90 minutes fighting for the ball, going on goal, sprinting, sliding, jogging backwards, running almost 7 miles, while maintaining an average heart rate of 160 beats per minute. And they'll perform at this world-class level 31 times a year, powered by Herbalife Nutrition, the official nutrition company of the LA Galaxy. To power up like a pro, contact your Herbalife independent distributor or visit Herbalife.com today.
Scarves up, wheels up. Buckle up, LA, for nonstop flights to more than 38 cities nationwide with Alaska Airlines. As fans of one of the most decorated clubs in league history, it's only right that you get tons of nonstop access to your favorite destinations, including many road games from one of the finest airlines in the land. Pack your bags, pack your jersey, and pack your full 90 for nonstop flights to cheer on the Galaxy when they go on the road. Scarves up, wheels up. Buckle up for nonstop flights on Alaska Airlines.
Tonight, some of the greatest artists, performers, and athletes in the world will be pouring their souls out at stadiums and theaters across this city. Tonight, thousands of fans will lose themselves in a sea of like-minded strangers. We still have a few tickets if you'd like to join. We know this may not be a convenient time for you. We know it's not easy to get out. But something amazing is going to happen tonight. And we think you should be there. StubHub, your ticket out.
And welcome back. The dust is cleared. Everything is settled, and it's not settled nicely for the LA Galaxy. Losers once again for the 6th time in 10 games here in Carson. Beaten tonight by the visiting Vancouver Whitecaps, a 1-0. The goal coming on the 64th minute from the big Cameroon, Tony Ciani. Christian Miles with you alongside Troy Barty. And Troy, our lesson of the match is brought to you by SNHU. You can see yourself succeed at snhu.edu. On that point, what did the Galaxy learn from tonight that they can apply perhaps to the second half of the season, starting on Saturday away to New England?
I think they learned that if they need to, they can play 3 in the back, and that creates a lot of different opportunities for Kurt and awful moving forward. When you put 3 in the back, you can be a little bit more creative with your outside backs and your midfield. But I think they learned that they can, in fact, play that system. But I'm sure they also learned where there were some holes, and maybe Dave Romney outside in an island by himself maybe isn't quite the position for him.
Yeah, it doesn't appear to have those natural attacking fullback instincts. Some real holes left on that left-hand side. Ashley Cole in the center of midfield for the first time in MLS, and the first time I have ever seen, and I've been watching Ashley Cole since he was a teenager. I've never seen him in central midfield, but I gotta say, you always know he's up for the fight. I was impressed with the way he played tonight, even though it's not his natural role.
You always know what you're gonna get from him. A lot of class, a lot of skill, a guy a couple steps ahead of everyone else. He was clean. He didn't have a whole lot to do, but you know, that midfield from Vancouver at times overpowered and overran the Galaxy.
Yeah, and the LA Galaxy, of course, committing numbers forward as they went in search of that equalizer in the final 36 minutes. But it was not to be, and this is a team right now that is crying out for goals. As you look at the table right now, 19 goals scored. Tonight would have been a great opportunity, or of course 19 games played. Tonight would have been a great opportunity to improve upon their paltry total of just 28 goals scored in those 19 games. So at less than 2 per game at a clip, that's just not good enough right now. I'm sure the front office is very well aware of that. We'll see if changes are to be made, because really it is getting down to that time of year when you start looking to the transfer market. We'll talk about that in a moment. We're going to take another break here on LAGalaxy.com, but keep it right here. Our postgame show rolls on right after this.
It's a new era for the LA Galaxy, with new players and familiar faces. For the past 22 years, our goal has remained the same, to be the last team standing. This is LA. On Saturday, July 29th at StubHub Center, 5-time MLS Cup champion LA Galaxy take on the Seattle Sounders. Purchase your tickets today at lagalaxy.com/tickets.
Tonight, some of the greatest artists, performers, and athletes in the world will be pouring their souls out at stadiums and theaters across this city. Tonight, thousands of fans will lose themselves in a sea of like-minded strangers. We still have a few tickets if you'd like to join. We know this may not be a convenient time for you. We know it's not easy to get out. But something amazing is going to happen tonight. And we think you should be there. StubHub, your ticket out.
At Southern New Hampshire University, we have just one goal: your success. As the official education partner of the LA Galaxy, we're dedicated to helping the entire LA Galaxy family succeed, and that includes their fierce, die-hard fans. Choose from over 200 online degree programs and gain the skills and expertise you need to succeed in your field. Visit snhu.edu/LA Galaxy.
Over the course of a single game, LA Galaxy players will spend 90 minutes fighting for the ball, going on goal, sprinting, sliding, jogging backwards, running almost 7 miles, while maintaining an average heart rate of 160 beats per minute. And they'll perform at this world-class level 31 times a year, powered by Herbalife Nutrition, the official nutrition company of the LA Galaxy. To power up like a pro, contact your Herbalife independent distributor or visit Herbalife.com today.
I'm Chris Klein, president of the LA Galaxy, and we are a client of City National Bank. When we look at our organization on the field and then off the field, we want to put together a great team, and City National has become part of that team. The business side of the game starts long before the whistle kicks off, from setting the stadium up to understanding how to sell tickets to watch our great team play this game. For our business to function, we need to have a reliable bank as part of our team. Our brand grows as the sport of soccer grows, and City National helps us bring Galaxy to the world. I love my job. I love coming to work every day and being part of an organization like the LA Galaxy. It's the team across the league that everyone looks at, that everyone wants to be a part of. Anyone that we're involved with, we want to be the best, whether the players we put on the field or who we bank with, and we have that with City National. City National is the way up for the LA Galaxy.
City National Bank, the way up. Learn more at cnb.com/LA Galaxy, member FDIC.
And welcome back to the StubHub Center. What's up next for the LA Galaxy? Well, they head to the East Coast as they get set to take on the New England Revolution in New England coming up on Saturday at 4:30 p.m. You can watch live on Spectrum Sportsnet, or you can listen to all the action right here on lagalaxy.com. We look to that, and you and I were talking about the lesson of the match in the last segment here. LA perhaps making some moves in the transfer market. They have made a change in the transfer market. We didn't see him tonight. Pele van Aanholt could play a role, and that could change things tactically against the Revolution as well.
Yeah, I think it provides depth at that right back position, something the Galaxy desperately need. When you have an experienced player like Van Aanholt coming in on that right side, and you put Ashley Cole on the left side, and then that's a more consistent back four. Most likely they go back to a back four, you would think. Yeah, exciting time. I mean, we didn't see him tonight, but it's definitely exciting whenever you add more talent to the roster, and that's something they did, and that's something they need.
Hey, you look at the kid's YouTube video, it's fantastic. You would think he would be the Cristiano Ronaldo of defenders. It's very impressive stuff, but certainly that could spell the end of the run at Nathan Smith at that position for the time being. We saw Bradley Diallo, and this is a team all of a sudden that was short in terms of supplies in the back now, and now has itself with a surplus of defenders. You talk about Dave Romney, Jelle Van Dam, Daniel Steris, Ashley Cole, Bradley Diallo, who can play in the heart of defense. Now you bring in Pele van Aanholt, Nathan Smith. I mean, it's a long, long list. Certainly, it's a good problem for the coach to have, but you got to think there's some changes coming to this roster, specifically in the back as well as in attack.
Yeah, well, they do have a lot of options, like you just mentioned, in the back. That's one of a few problems this Galaxy team have. Right now, it's about scoring goals. They need to find a true number 9 who's going to bang in some goals for them, something they haven't seen a lot of this year.
And, of course, the debate rages over Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Will he be joining the LA Galaxy, or will he be going elsewhere, namely with his old club, Manchester United? I'm sure the plot will thicken as the summer rolls on. All right, before we sign out, my friend, final thoughts here after a 1-0 win for the Vancouver Whitecaps.
Final thoughts are, it has to get better before the weekend. They have to go on the road. Thankfully, that appears like that's their home is on the road. They have the best road record in the league. Hopefully they can return to winning ways. But, you know, watching back tape on this game isn't going to sit well in the meeting room.
Indeed, and plenty for Kurt Analfo to address during training, which, of course, starts tomorrow before the big travel day on Friday. And the game will have it for you here on LAGalaxy.com. Join myself and Alan Hopkins, who steps into the hot seat. We'll have all the action beginning right around 4:15 or so for you here on LAGalaxy.com. But that's going to do it for us tonight. Once again, the final score. LA Galaxy 0, the Vancouver Whitecaps 1. On behalf of the entire crew and all the good people down here in Carson, my buddy Troy Barty, good time tonight, Troy.
Thanks, Christian. Pleasure.
I'm Christian Miles saying good night from Carson.
LA Galaxy is presented by Toyota. Let's go places. StubHub. Hey, Galaxy fans, StubHub is your ticket out. StubHub is the official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of the LA Galaxy. And SNHU. See yourself succeed at snhu.edu.